The GRI 163 logo, 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 the GRI 163 logo.
I think I'm doing a few, but one of the nights Sam is.
I'm muted. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, we're gonna get going with the game in just a second. We're waiting for like one or two last people to sit down. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but I will say,
John didn't ask me until, like,
I don't know what that was with the alert thing actually
okay.
putting text in there. That was wild. It was like the Grim logo. The Grim logo. I was like, I might have to turn that off. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Anyway, I tried to line up these cool graphics underneath our tokens, and then it works. But the minute someone puts like pronouns in or whatever, it like
fills in
shifts everything. I don't know.
First game.
Anyways, I can see all the dials going. I think we're ready. I'm gonna go back to the main stream. We're gonna be starting in just a minute.
Yes, you should, Mike.
Oh no, I'm not a professional at all. Oops. Hey everybody, it's Monday night. Welcome to The Grim. I am your stream host and storyteller for the night, Evil Steve, and we are going to be playing Trouble Brewing tonight, which is the beginner script, the first, I wouldn't even call it beginner script, it's actually the best script in the game. It's also the first script that you should play when you are playing this game, which you might not know. It's called Blood on the Clocktower. So tonight is a little bit special because of two reasons. One, we are doing a very new player-focused night, which means everything we're doing tonight is intended to be viewed by people that maybe have heard of Blood on the Clocktower, but have no idea what it is or no idea how to play. So we wanted to give a sort of approachable way to learn about the game without feeling like you're being thrown into the deep end of a pool and just left to your own devices. I will hold your hand tonight and I will walk you through what's happening in the game. But the second reason tonight is cool is because we're doing a crossover event between Noobs on the Gooftower and the Grim. So, hello, Noobs. Welcome to our humble area of the internet. You know, I'm seeing a lot of faces on the noob sides that aren't what I would call noobs, Chris. What happened here?
They got too good at the game too quickly.
That does happen if you tend to play, right? You get really good really fast. Well, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everyone so you have a feeling. So like I said, I am Evil Steve. I'm going to be your storyteller and stream host for the night. From the Grim tonight, we have McKay.
Hello.
Mike.
Howdy.
Jeffy. Professionals.
Classic.
Oh, looks like I was muted. Hi, guys.
Bryant.
So,
Becca.
Hello.
And Tiffy with an exclamation point.
Ooh woo.
And joining us from the Noobs on the Gooftower, we have Marjoy.
Oh hey.
Brittany.
hello.
Someone that's probably playing his first game of Clocktower ever, Evan. Kid Chris, aka Kid Chill.
That's right. Hello.
Brockwell.
Hi, guys.
And last but certainly not least, Jules.
Hello.
So we are playing again. It's called Trouble Brewing. The first step of any Blood in the Clocktower game is to put your friends in a circle and give everyone an assigned seat. So you can see in this circle, there are 12 players and 12 individual seats. So in person, this would be represented by chairs, couch cushions, but where you sit in the game stays the same for the whole game. You never move your seat. Tonight we're playing with the online app, the official online app, which does a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the organizing for us. But I'm going to walk you guys through what would happen. So the first step of any Blood in the Clocktower game, everyone needs a role. And so what you would do is you would load a script or pick a script. In this case, it's Trouble Brewing. And we have on the right-hand side of the screen all the roles that could possibly be in play for our game. So every one of these 12 players will get one of these roles in just a second. And the way you do that is by putting roles into a little velvet bag, shaking it up, passing it around, and taking one at a time. So we're going to go on our own. We're going to go set up a Grim. You guys stay talk, and we're going to get this game rolling. Be right back. Hi. Hey, Milk. Hey, Pengums. Hey, Freya. Best game of Clocktower for the day, of course. Addie, Richard. You guys are all awesome. Ellie, welcome. I tried to make the graphics line up really nice, and as soon as the nameplate started growing, it shifted everyone's position on the Grim, and I'm sad. However, let's talk about a storyteller. What a storyteller does. So much like Dungeons & Dragons has a dungeon master that's responsible for facilitating the game, the storyteller is responsible for facilitating the game of Blood in the Clocktower. Now, unlike D&D, where we are like role-playing monsters or making like choices for things that's happening, we are going to be we choose the roles, we arbitrate what happens when people make choices, and we have some leeway in making decisions within the confines of the game to make it a fun experience for everyone. So let's talk about the roles. So these are all the roles that you could possibly put into the game. The most important role for any Blood in the Clocktower game is the demon, because what's happening is there is one person of these 12 that will be the demon, and the good players can only win by choosing to kill that player. So they are really the most important character in the game in terms of needing to be dealt with. That's how you win as good, is killing the demon. On Trouble Brewing, we just have one demon, and that demon is the imp, which says each night with a star, which means not the first night, but every other night, choose a player, they die. That's very straightforward. It's the core of every demon in the game, which is you kill someone at night, they no longer have their ability. So you can target those powerful roles that might help find who you are and take them out of the game. The second half of this ability is a little bit more advanced. We can talk about it later, but it says if you kill yourself this way, a minion becomes the imp. So that segues into what's a minion. Well, in addition to the one demon, this scales at different player counts, but at 12 players, you can see here it says 0 out of 2. There's going to be 2 minions in play to help the demon. So they are minions, they are evil, they win or lose with the evil team, and their job is to disrupt the townsfolk, disrupt the good players, and try to prevent them from killing the demon. You know, if they die, it's fine. It's just the demon that has to survive. And we're going to put 2 roles for this first game. One is called the Poisoner, which says each night, choose a player. They are poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. So poison is an ability or a concept in this game, which means your ability, whatever you have, is turned off. So you don't actually have your ability. And if you have an ability that gathers information, then I, as the storyteller, can actually lie. So it's a very powerful thing for evil to have. And the other half we're going to put in here is called the Scarlet Woman. So we did talk about if the demon dies, then the game is over. However, the Scarlet Woman has an ability that reads, if there are 5 or more players alive and the demon dies, you become the demon. So it's kind of like an insurance policy, which says if the demon for some reason does die, the Scarlet Woman inherits those powers and can continue carrying on for the evil team, which can really confuse the good town when they believe they just killed the demon. So that's going to be our evil team, those 3 roles. We then need 7 townsfolk. So the townsfolk are the core abilities in the game. This is how people get information, because even though it's a social game, unlike other games like Werewolf, Mafia, everyone in this game will have some role and some ability. So we're going to pick a few classic ones. The first is the empath. The empath reads, each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil. So this goes back to our seating and why your seating is important. When you're in your seat, your 2 seating neighbors, you learn and read from them how many are good or evil. So you remember, you don't learn which one is good or which one's evil. You just learn a 0, a 1, or a 2. The second kind of cool ability here is called the Fortune Teller, which says each night choose 2 players. You learn if either is a demon, and there will be 1 good player that falsely registers as a demon to you. These are kind of the core information gathering roles. In addition to that, I'm going to add I'm not going to go through in depth on all of these, but we will see them in play. We're going to go through the Virgin. We're going to add the Virgin. We're going to add we'll add an Investigator. We will add a soldier and a slayer. And then we're going to add, for our last but not least, we're going to add a raven keeper. Okay. Now we got to talk about the last type of character in the game, which is called an outsider. Outsiders are still good. They still win and lose with the good team, but their abilities, instead of helping the town win, they're actually detrimental to town. They actually hurt them. So, for instance, the Saint says, if you die by execution, your team loses. The only way good normally loses is if the demon survives to the final 2. But in this case, if you kill the Saint, you would lose. For this specific case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the butler. And I'm going to put in a drunk. Now, here's where it gets cool, and this is the kind of things you can expect in Blood in the Clocktower. The drunk is a character that says you do not know you are the drunk. You think you are a townsfolk character, but you are not. Okay, so what does that mean? It means when you draw a roll out of the bag, you're going to get one of these rolls. And then you're going to be lied to. So we put one extra townsfolk in, and later we will switch them to the drunk. In this case, I'm going to put the Undertaker, and I will now pass out these rolls. So normally what happens is these rolls go in a bag, pass around the circle. Instead, I'm going to push this button, pass out the characters randomly. All 12 of our players are going to get their roll. You'll see it happen just like that. There we go. And we can see our demon is Kid Chris, aka Kid Chill, aka Chris Grace, who is streaming his own perspective right now. So if you want to see what it's like to be the demon, go check out his stream. Thank you, Richard, for the gift sub. Amazing. Thanks for that. And Courtney, also community subs. Scarmac with a 6-month resub. Missed all these when I was setting up. Low on life with a 100-bit cheer. Wow. The community here is awesome and amazing. Yeah, everyone has their roles, and we're ready to start our game. Oh, Kiyoshi Monk, thanks for the follow. All right, let's go talk to him.
What is that a reference to?
All right, players, you should now have your roles. You should know who you are. It is time to start Blood in the Clocktower. So at this point, I need everyone to close your eyes and go to sleep. So in person,
you can still talk, right?
You can still talk,
I'm just
yeah.
keep my eyes closed the whole time.
Yeah, so in person, this would be like this is the night phase, which means literally everyone closes their eyes. The app does it for us, right, guys? So you don't have to actually close your eyes in the app. You can if you want. Nobody will know. But you guys can yeah, you guys can continue talking at night. Just don't talk about your characters or the game. And I'm going to go start sending out information.
Thanks, Steve.
My eyes are open.
Leave it to Bryant to break all the rules.
Yeah, one of the 4 rules is no peeking. So.
Oh, Chris.
Hello, of course.
I mean, of course, it had to be you.
Well, I've been evil in almost every player perspective I ran on my own stream, so.
Is that true? Well, the theme continues, right?
Uh-huh. Cool. I'm excited, though.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I was telling everyone, you're streaming on the Noobs on a Gooftower YouTube channel. So if you go check that out, you can actually watch Chris's player's perspective and get the inside information on what it's like to be evil.
Right.
I'm going to communicate all your information to you with cards and stuff later, but I did just want to come. I thought it was pretty fun that you ended up being.
I know, this is pretty funny. I'm actually curious. Do you have thoughts about, like, what's your approach to when you're a demon generally? Like, or these days, how do you think about it?
So honestly, my personal choice is like, I never, like, just in terms of not just a single game, but in terms of how I play Clocktower over mini games, I never want to be trusted. I want to be suspicious all the time, so that when I am evil, it slides under the radar.
Yeah.
So
wait, you've dialed up the chaos on your good games.
Yes, I
to
dial
help
up the
your
chaos in
evil.
my good games to make my evil
Yeah.
games less chaotic too.
my
However,
problem is my good games I'm very trustworthy, and and most of my good games I'm like, yeah, just kill me, I don't care.
see, that goes back to sort of thinking about the game in a long-term sense, right? When you play with the same people over time, you develop a meta and like an in-group jokes and stuff like that. I try to think about the bigger picture all the time, so that I never, like, as a good player, I will do stuff that is sometimes an evil player would do, just because I want to like hedge my bets. But that being said, I am a huge proponent of being an imp that kills themselves to make themselves look reasonable and trustworthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My challenge is I almost always do that. And I almost always put an undue burden on my minions, which I mean sort of is their job, right?
That's their job,
But,
right?
but also sometimes there is an admirable challenge in like in a 12-person game, can I get to the final 3?
Right.
And like live, which is that's a big challenge for me.
Right.
So,
Well,
cool.
It's going to be a fun challenge. We're going to see if you can work it. I'm going to send you out your information shortly.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Good luck.
See ya.
Okay, so in the game, right? When you're playing, evil is at a huge disadvantage. Everyone that's good can come out and say what they are without issue, and be truthful. Evil actually can't come out and say, I'm the imp, I'm the poisoner. So they gotta lie about what they are. And sometimes that lie can get them into big trouble. Luckily, there's a concept called bluffs, or characters not in play, which means you tell the demon 3 roles that are not currently in the game. And that helps them have things that they can safely lie as. So, we're gonna send the mayor as 1. We're going to send the monk as 1. And then we are actually going to send an outsider, which is the saint. So why are we sending an outsider? Because they know, it's a little advanced here, but because they know there should be 2 outsiders and the drunk's not an outsider, we can give evil one of the outsiders safely to pretend to be, and everyone won't question it. And the saint will help evil the furthest. It's a very classic tropey play, but we're going to do it anyways. Hello, Big Head Zach. Thanks for the follow. All right, so how do we communicate information? Well, luckily we have this nice night sheet that lists all the roles in order and who we wake up in what order. So the first step we do is we go to the minions. The minions in this case are Mike and Bryant. Yeah, that's another thing, right? If, like Trump, if the ST sends you an outsider bluff, you can kind of assume there's a bluff. We have to actually choose, before we go further, we need to choose which one of these players is the drunk. And I think we're going to do the Undertaker is the drunk. So that means Brittany thinks she's the Undertaker, but Brittany is not the Undertaker. Brittany is actually the drunk. So when we go to Brittany, we don't have to tell the truth. We can say whatever we want about her role, which we'll get to in a minute. So let's wake the minions. We're going to wake Mike, and we're going to show him a card that says, this is the demon, and point at Chris. And then we're going to say, these are your minions, and we're going to point at Bryant. And we're going to send that information to Mike and Bryant and say, go. So, ooh, drunk as a bluff is a fun one. I wanted to showcase drunk for people that aren't familiar with the game. So, in this case, what I would do is I would go to Mike in the circle. I would tap on his knee or tap on his shoulder. He would wake up. He would open his eyes. I would show him that card that said, this is your demon, and I would point at Chris. Then I would say, this is your minion, and I would point at Bryant. And now Mike has been silently communicated that information. What does Mike say? He sent something back. Like, he said, LMAO. Okay, now we're going to wake up the demon, and we're going to say, these are your minions, and point at Mike and Bryant. And these characters are not in play. And we're going to send a mayor, monk, and saint. Okay, we've now sent out the minion info. We've now sent out the demon info. It's time for Bryant to use his ability. Bryant as the poisoner is next on this list up here, we can see. Bryant picks someone, and we'll turn off that person's ability for the night. On night 1, blind pick. No way to know who he's picking. No way to know, who he's turning off. He goes with Evan, his neighbor. So we say, got it. We now mark Evan with the poisoned icon, which means Evan is now poisoned. Oh, so Evan, so that was an inside joke. Evan is actually one of the designers of Blood in the Clocktower. He is like second highest person at TPI, I believe. He's like really high up in the Blood in the Clocktower thing. So he is not a new player. He's vet more than most people in the world. Okay, so we do need to mark somebody to be a red herring. Somebody registers falsely. And I think in this case, we are going to do Brockwell the soldier as a red herring. So anytime he picks Brockwell, yeah, it's the Evan. The Evan in all the wikis examples. Yes, correct. All right, so Jeffy, the investigator, learns one of 2 players is a particular minion. So we're going to show that either Bryant or Becca is the minion. Oops, that's wrong. You're supposed to mark. So you mark one person with the wrong, and you mark the minion with the minion. And we go to Jeffrey, we wake Jeffy, and we show the minion, the poisoner token, and then we show Bryant, and we show Becca. And one of those 2 will be the poisoner. So now Jeffy gets a little piece of information. All right. McKay the empath learns each night how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil. To one side we have Jules the virgin, good. To the other side we have Marajoy the Ravenkeeper, good. So we wake and we say 0 evil neighbors. Then we go to Evan and we wake and we say make a choice. You'll have a card you hold up that says make a choice. Evan will then pick any 2 players he wants. He will point at 1 and then 2. And then if either is the demon or the red herring, we say yes. So Evan has picked Bryant and Jeffy. So because Evan's poisoned, we could actually say anything we want. Oh yeah, good call. Evan's poisoned, not Bryant. That was supposed to be the act. Good. Thank you, Alan. So in this instance, we could say that yes, that Bryant or Jeffy is the demon. However, I don't think it's good in this case to say that, because Jeffy is pointing at Bryant and calling him evil, and she'll know that Bryant's not the poisoner. But because he's poisoned, I'm going to lie to him, and I am going to say yes. I think the chaos caused here is worth it. So this is an instance where, as a storyteller, we have some agency. We can say yes or no because he's poisoned. And you make decisions based on how you kind of understand the game will go further. And if it's your first time running a game, you don't have to worry about it too much. The more you play, the better you get at like kind of seeing what could happen and shaping worlds. I think normally I would say no, but I would like to do this. Last but not least, Becca, the butler, has to make a choice. The butler's an outsider, right? We did say the outsiders don't really help good. So Becca has to choose a player, and she can only vote if that player is also voting. She's going to pick Tiffy. So now Tiffy is her master. We mark Tiffy with the master token. Becca is only allowed to raise her hand to vote on nominations tomorrow if Tiffy's also voting. All right, that's all the information for the first night. The next thing says dawn, wait a few seconds, and end the night phase. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to wake them up. I'm going to explain that the game has started. I'm going to tell them that they have a chance to talk. I will give them a few minutes, usually about 5 or 6 minutes on the first day, to talk with each other, go around, discuss whatever they want with each other in public, or Blood in the Clocktower allows private conversations. You can get up out of your seat and go have private chats with people, only clue in certain people on information. It's entirely up to you what you share and who you share it with. Then I'll call them back, and we will open up what we call nominations, which means somebody can choose to nominate somebody else for execution. So Chris could say, I nominate McKay, and then can tell everyone why they think McKay should die. McKay can put up their defense. We run a vote around the circle in a clock fashion. If your hand is raised, you're voting yes. If your hand is down, you're voting no. It takes a majority of players to put that person on the block, and then they will be executed that day. You can only execute one player a day. When a person's executed, that day ends, and you go to the next night. It's also, realistically, the only chance good has to find the demon. Because the demon, remember, kills every night. So the town has to collectively vote collaboratively to kill someone at during the day. So the only way to really win is to do that. So you have to kill someone. You should kill someone. But whether you do it early, late, every day, that's entirely up to you and your group. There's no correct way to play Clocktower, which makes it really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and wake them up now, and we will get this game started.
Tsushika and that he had heard of a widow's paying like as soon as the opening day announcement happened.
Okay.
Oh, but
Good
that's not Trouble
morning, friends.
That's not.
We are now starting day 1 of Blood in the Clocktower. Unfortunately, fellow citizens of Ravenswood Bluff, I, your beloved storyteller, have been killed, hung from the clock tower to drip blood amongst the town square. And as you all know, that only could mean one simple thing. There must be a demon amongst us. So it's up to
I bet you
you
it's
to
Brian.
find, choose, and execute that demon to protect Ravenswood Bluff from future death. So I will give you guys about 6 minutes to talk amongst yourself, and then we will reconvene to figure out what to do next.
I feel like we should have been read the script of you're supposed to start the game with.
Yeah.
Lost opportunity.
Good job,
That
Steve.
is true. There is a
You're
script you
muted.
can read.
Okay.
I'm talking to chat, not you.
Oh, okay.
You'd like a chat.
Who are we going to
We've
follow
already-
today?
So it's
Let's-
all gone off.
Let's follow Evan.
We are neighbors. Nice to meet you, neighbor. What's going
Hello,
on?
neighbor. Lovely to meet you as well. I am Jeffy.
Ah.
So usually at times like this, I try to come up with maybe 2 or 3 roles I might throw out there. Sometimes my real role's in it, sometimes it's not.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how you play. So tell me about how you play, and we can see where we go from there.
I think sometimes I will just outright state what my information is on day 1 and go from there. Sometimes I will just say nothing day 1, just to give myself space
Yes,
to
that's sort of
bluff in
prediction.
case I'm an evil minion. And sometimes I might name 2 or 3 roles, and I'll actually be one of those roles. So at this point,
Good win, evil win. Easy prediction. Get it in.
in the interest of playing for the viewers, I am either the recluse. I might be the chef. If I'm a chef, then the storyteller showed me a 1, and I might be the fortune teller. And if I am the fortune teller, I picked you and Bryant and was told that one of you is the demon. But the fortune teller might think that some good players are demons when they're not really the demon. So I could be wrong about that, if that is what I learned. What about yourself? What do you want to tell me?
With those, I would probably tell you I am what we call a you start knowing role, or a first night role.
Ooh, okay.
I get some information first, and that's all I ever get.
Okay.
So since that opens it up to what we kind of call top 4, I'll stick with those 4 for you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, if we are able to find a virgin. The virgin is a townsfolk who, if the person nominating them is also a townsfolk, the nominator gets executed. You're trading lives for confirmation of a good player. If there's a virgin out there, would you be willing to nominate them?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go search for a virgin. Sound good?
Let me know what you find out.
Okay,
Thanks.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go.
That's an example of people sharing
And
information
it's
privately.
you and I again, Evan.
Oh, hey. Let's put some requests out there. Who's talking to who right now? Okay. Well, we spent all of day one talking to each other. So if you
Well, we still have 3 minutes left, so we got a lot of time left.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got McKay and Mara Joy chatting, Mike and Jules, Tiffy and Brittany, Kid Chris and Bryant, and Brockwell and Becca. I like how those alliterations line up. McKay and Mara Joy, Brockwell and Becca. I'm liking some of
That's
this.
like nominative determinism. I think I heard that there's done research that people with names that are similar to each other are more likely to like form romantic relationships. There's something about that. Yeah. So maybe that's what we're seeing here.
Clocktower chat.
Yes.
That's how games go. People just always chat.
Circle. Oh, you're all the way on the other side of Chris. I'm all right. How are you doing, Becca? It's nice to meet you.
Good. Nice to meet you. What would you like to do for roles today, Evan?
Well, first I want to ask: are you the virgin, or have you heard of any virgins out there?
I am not the virgin, and I have not heard of any virgins.
Okay. We are looking. Either myself or someone close to me is looking to nominate the virgin to maybe confirm themselves and confirm their information. But I will share 3 characters with you, and I'm one of these 3 characters. I'm either the recluse, the chef, who was shown 1 by the storyteller, or the fortune teller, who picked Bryant and Jeffy and got a yes. That's what I've got. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Yes, I will tell you that I am an outsider. So that is basically 3 roles because I would not yet probably know if I was the drunk. And there's outsiders on the script. And I am very much not a good person to nominate the virgin if we do find one. So I hope we don't accidentally discover one.
Cool. Fantastic. All right. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the town square.
Thank you.
Hello, Becca.
Hello.
Hello, Evan.
Oh, Mara, have you heard of any virgins out there? Oh, no.
Poor Evan got abandoned in town, all by himself.
Oh, we got 30 seconds left. Oh, okay. All right.
We can do a lot in 30 seconds.
We can.
We can hurt them in 30 seconds.
Real quick, what you got?
I am the monk.
All right, I'm a recluse, chef, or fortune teller. If I'm the fortune teller, I picked you and Jeffy and got a yes. If I'm the chef, it's a 1. Whoa, that was really quick.
Okay, so
Monk. Okay,
monk.
Thanks.
So that was an example of an evil player telling a lie. Because Bryant can't tell people who he really is, right? So Bryant has to come up with the lie. He's using the monk bluff we gave. Yeah. Okay.
Saying we are on a virgin hunt. We've got a candidate, someone who might want to nominate a virgin. They know who they are, but if someone...
I heard of a virgin, but I don't trust them.
Oh, no.
Oh, I
don't trust Goblin.
Speaking of friends, speaking of nominations friends, this is the part of the game where we come back to our seats and we can all discuss with each other who we think should die. Because that's the only way for good to actually kill the demon, for the most part, is executing them. So whenever you guys are ready, nominations are open. But you can keep talking if you wish.
Have people heard of outsiders? Because this is a 12-person game, which means there should be 2 outsiders in the circle, unless there is also a baron, in which case there are 4.
I have heard of.
Go ahead.
I've heard...
Tiffy would like to claim Slayer and shoot Mike.
If he claims Slayer and shoots Mike, the game goes on. Thank you.
Oh.
McKay, I have heard of one hard claimed outsider and one possible claimed outsider. They gave it to me with other possible roles as well.
Yeah, that's what I have
Same.
in my Grim as well.
Same.
I was really uneventful, and I think I spent my entire day talking to 3 people, so I don't have a whole lot yet.
I talked to Jeffy.
Wow, I talked to 5 people. Killing it.
It was a short day.
Yeah. I would like to make a nomination if that's possible.
Sure.
Do I need
Go ahead,
to
Evan.
say- I would like to nominate Jeffy.
Evan nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
YOLO. No. I've received some information from someone at some point that Jeffy might be evil. If Jeffy is not evil, they've claimed to be a character that won't get more information going forward. So maybe an Undertaker can confirm who they are. We get some information either way. Hey, maybe I'm the empath and I want to get a read on Brittany. Yeah, I think we can get Jeffy on the block and then continue our search for the Virgin.
Jeffy, your defense, please.
I don't have much of a defense. I don't want to have more than 6 on this in case we think that there's somebody better to nominate than me, but I am happy to be put on the block. I am spent and was looking for a virgin as well.
All right. It'll take 6 votes to put Jeffy on the block. As the hand comes by you, if your hand is up, your vote will be counted.
I have heard of an Undertaker.
I have heard of a lot of Undertakers. This is...
Oh, I've heard a hard claim of Undertaker.
What's
That's
a
a
hard
weird
claim?
thing to hard claim.
6
sorry, a
is
hard claim
enough.
being-
Jeffy is currently marked for execution if no one gets more votes.
By hard claim, I mean a claim of Undertaker without any other claim, like just straight up saying, I am the Undertaker. They might still be lying, but they definitely said that.
Was that you, Jeffy?
It was not me.
Okay. Just checking.
Though I can confirm myself as good, so I feel like it makes sense.
Second call for nominations.
Could I nominate Rockwell, please?
Marjorie nominates Brockwell. Tell us why.
I just wanted to give us an opportunity to vote on somebody else. I also haven't spoken to Brockwell and haven't heard Brockwell say anything in town. You don't have to say anything, but I was wondering if you had anything to share.
Brockwell?
Hello, Mara. Hello, everyone. I'm too tired to die, so please don't kill me.
That's fair.
I'm going to run this vote. 6 will tie, and in a case of a tie, that means nobody will be executed. 7 to put Brockwell in Jeffy's place. This is the first game, Shellfish. Two votes is not enough, and Brockwell is safe from execution for the day.
Evan, you don't have to answer this, but I am curious if it's your own information or if you've heard from somebody else.
I would rather not disclose that at some point. It could be mine or it could be someone else's.
Okay.
I spoke to a few people today.
Nice.
Tiffy nominates McKay.
Tiffy nominates McKay. Tell us why.
I thought at the beginning of the day McKay might have been claiming Virgin, and I was hoping to proc or enact the Virgin's ability because I know that I'm a good townsfolk. Also, McKay is not wearing the Grimoire hat that I sent them. Instead, they're wearing the Savannah Banana hat.
Yeah, I'm repping Savannah Bananas today instead because I saw them yesterday.
Oh, good.
McKay, your defense?
I am not the Virgin. I just said that to Bryant because I don't trust him. And Bryant has a tendency to hard claim, by which I mean allege that he is one role that he is absolutely not. And so I usually make a policy of doing the same back to him.
I'm always honest to you, McKay.
6 votes will again tie with Jeffy. 7 put McKay on the block in Jeffy's place.
But I will also vote for you.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, chat. We can do bananas in chat for the Savannah Bananas. 3 is not enough, and McKay is safe for the day.
They're delightful. If you get the opportunity to see them, you should go see them. There.
Final call
What's
for
their
nominations.
their Washington Generals? Like,
No,
what's
that's
their equivalent of the...
Harlem Globetrotters.
I'm gonna bring this
what's
day
what's their equivalent of the Washington Generals?
to a close in 3,
Okay. They don't have
2,
one. Okay.
1. Jeffy is executed and dies, and I need you all to close your eyes and go to sleep.
So Jeffy was not the demon.
Mara, it'd be the party animals.
Jeffy could have been the demon. There's just a
Yeah, I
Scarlet
was
Woman
going to
play.
say because
Yeah.
Savannah now has 3 teams.
Okay, chat. I can't see my camera right now, but we are down 1 person. Jeffy has been executed, dies, and the game continues. So Jeffy was not the demon, so the game does not end. Death in Clocktower is not the end, in fact. When you die, you continue playing. You can actually keep talking. You no longer get any new information, but you can share your existing information. You can help solve the game for your team. And in addition, you become a ghost, and you can stick around as a ghost and vote one last time in the rest of the game. So you get what's called a ghost vote. The ghosts get 1 vote to swing the game in their favor, and they can basically use it when they think it best serves their team, whether that person is good or evil accordingly. So let's get caught up on Matt 2 and Boom Boom 2109. Thank you both for the follow. You guys are awesome. I believe McKay's family has season tickets for the Savannah Bananas. That's how they could go. Britt is probably going to show... I mean, Britt will probably learn healthy information at this point, but we'll see. All right. Let's go... We're down to the other knights, which has a different order. So we're going to get Brian in here.
Hello.
Bryant, how is it going? Our minion, how did your first day go, do you think?
I think that there's a good chance I poisoned a fortune teller.
Okay.
I talked to Evan, and he told me recluse or a chef with a 1 or a fortune teller that got a yes on me and Jeffy. Then he nominated Jeffy, so my hunch is that he's probably the fortune teller, so that's why I'm going to continue to poison. Okay. So if that's the case, I feel like the day went pretty well. I'm okay taking the fall. I talked to Kid Chill about this, but I'll tell you as well. Part of my reason for picking Evan night 1 was that there's sometimes a lot of thought that the poisoner picks a neighbor of the demon. And if people start to think that Evan is drunk or poisoned at some point, they may go after his neighbors, which I'm fine taking the fall or framing Jeffy. But protecting the demon is more important as a minion.
Yeah, all that makes a lot of sense. Cool. And I do have you tagged as pretending or bluffing as the monk. Is that like what you're going as for now?
I'm the monk. I think Kid Chill's doing mayor, and Mike and said he was doing saint, in case you need that info.
Okay, perfect. Well, so your choice tonight's going to be Evan?
Yep. Keep him
Evan
poisoned.
It is. Thank you, Brian.
Hope he's not a recluse. See ya.
Okay, so Bryant, I mean, you can read this here, right? This is, so from his information as the poisoner, he heard what Evan said, so he kind of has a good sense of what's going on, because Evan sort of told him the truth. And Bryant, having poisoned him, knows that he can't be the real chef because he had correct information. So that's pretty interesting. We'll see if that sounds like they're probably going to keep Evan alive as well. So normally you don't get to talk, when you're playing in person, you don't get to talk, but with the online client, we can pull people in and chat, which I think is a lot of fun. So Evan will be poisoned. Mike, as the Scarlet Woman, does not trigger because the demon did not die. So let's wake Kid Chill and tell him to make a choice. So this is where the demon has a lot of responsibility, because the demon sits there, listens to what's going on all day, listens to what people say, and then makes someone die at night. Why he's making this decision and thinking about it, let's talk about something that happened really fast, and that is Tiffy the Slayer. Tiffy is a slayer, and Tiffy's ability reads, once per game during the day, publicly choose a player. If they are the demon, they die. So in the middle of the day, really quick, Tiffy said, I claim Slayer and shoot Mike. That was her using her once per game ability. And then I said, okay, Tiffy shoots Mike. The game goes on. I've marked her ability with no ability because she doesn't have her ability anymore. That was her one shot. Since she didn't hit the demon, nobody died. The interesting side effect of that is that Mike is the Scarlet Woman. And Mike's power is that he very easily might become the demon later, but Tiffy, having shot him day one, has evidence that he is not the demon, or at least he wasn't the demon during day one. So that might actually help Evil in the end. I saw some people in chat reacting to it. It was not the best Slayer moment. All right, Chris is choosing to kill McKay, the empath. So McKay will now die. Interesting side effect for this. One of the minion abilities is the spy, and the spy gets to look and see who everyone is. And so killing an empath is very powerful and probably might indicate a spy game. However, Jules, the unkilled virgin, is probably even stronger kill, so we'll see. Kiyoshi, can anyone just false claim Slayer and do that? You just say the game goes on. That is correct. Anybody can say, I am the Slayer and I do this, and I would just, exactly the same as I did for Tiffy, say, okay, the game goes on, thank you. The only time it would actually happen is if the Slayer hits the real demon, I would announce that the demon is now dead, and that, and as a matter of fact, will end up being the only way you can really prove that you're the Slayer, right? So if anyone said that, I would have handled it exactly the same. That is a good thing to bring up. Thanks for pointing that out. Might make people think the demon is close to McKay. Yeah. Undertaker is going to prove the fortune teller is poisoned. So if the Undertaker, if Jeffy becomes investigator, then they might just kill Bryant tomorrow, right? And I think they're probably fine with that. Yeah, or she shoots the recluse. There's a lot of things that could happen. If the recluse is an outsider, that might register as a demon. All right. Marajoy, the Ravenkeeper, did not die, so it gets no power. Brittany, we're going to wake Brittany up, and we're going to show her the character token of who was executed, which was the investigator. So I'm going to send that over. Now, remember, Brittany is actually the drunk. So in this case, her ability, she's kind of like being permanently poisoned by her own ability. She doesn't actually have the ability. So we can say anything. So we're going to save this lie for when it hurts good the most. And having Jeffy throw herself on as the investigator, I'm fine with that. McKay is dead, so does not get any information. Evan gets to make a choice. Let's have Evan pick 2 newer players. Yeah, that's a good point, Zach. You never usually explain why something's happening, because there's a couple ways it could happen. As a storyteller, we arbitrate the truth and make sure the rules are followed, but we can't stop and say, oh, that was a Slayer, that's why that died, or this person died because of this. It's up to the players to figure out what's going on. And on other scripts with more advanced characters, it makes a lot more sense why something happened, or less sense why something happens. Evan is going to pick Kid, Chris, and Brittany. And I am going, so he's picking the demon. And if he's picking the demon, he should get a yes. But because the poisoner has poisoned him, we are going to give him a no. That is a minion poisoner protecting their demon from the fortune teller. And also, if you notice, Evan picked his neighbors, and the next turn, he picked the next ones out, Brittany and Kid Chill. The next one out will probably be Becca and Mike, I would imagine. But I don't know for sure his strategy, but it kind of looks like he's doing this pattern. Last but not least, Becca needs to pick a new master, so we'll have her pick a choice. Yeah, so that's exactly right, Hitchmeister. Like, if we sell something so outrageous, Brittany will learn that she's a drunk too early. So we want to string her along as best we can. Becca will pick Tiffy again, keeping the same thing. Okay, so we will wake them up. We will announce that McKay died. And then we will pick someone to follow around. I think tomorrow, we followed around Evan today. Tomorrow I'm going to pick somebody from the Grim side. I'm going to pick... Tell you what, we're going to follow Mike around tomorrow. All right, let's go wake him up.
When it was said, now you have to make the case that Tom is the demon because that's the only thing you can say.
Good morning, friends. Unfortunately, McKay did not survive the night. We now have 2 ghosts in Ravenwood Bluff, McKay and Jeffy, who are here to haunt and avenge their murders. I will give you guys 5 minutes today, and then we will reconvene to decide what to do next.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh, I wanted to talk to one of the dead people.
Me too. I also want to talk to one of the dead people.
Nope.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm bluffing Saint and hoping for the best.
I love it. Well, you've been
Yeah.
theoretically Slayer shot, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hopefully that clears that world up.
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to star pass or anything too early in this game. One is I think I was telling my chat that I don't think Bryant is a good star pass target anyway, given the meta of the Grim Discord.
I mean, neither am I. But if we're going by
Well,
early,
I said that to my chat.
neither of us are
He
good
said, like,
choices.
neither of these guys ever makes it to final 3. I'm going with Mayor. I think Bryant's going Monk.
Yeah.
I'm going to be I'm going to actually try to be kind of vocal in this game and like minion-y.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have any info on anybody?
The only thing I have is Becca is either an outsider or the fortune teller. So I've been telling people.
Sorry. Yeah, I got Butler from Becca.
Okay. Well, so I've been telling people Undertaker or outsider, and so they've been giving me that same information back basically. So I have basically nothing.
Gotcha. I just did killed McKay because I haven't talked to them. So and my just so Steve's stream knows, my meta play is that I think killing into the Grim side of the game will encourage conversations between the Grim players that they have targeted each other.
Mara did say that she is an ongoing information role, but that could be a bluff. So
yeah,
that's all I've got.
Otherwise,
I'm going to just play incredibly dumb this entire game, which is
I don't know who's poisoned, but I think Evan was poisoned night 1, and it's sounded like maybe he was an investigator. So yeah, meaning because of the I'll just explain my thought. Because of the way that Evan framed his nomination of Jeffy, it sounded to me like he had investigator information pointing to a minion.
Right.
And because I know that Bryant told me that he had poisoned Evan night 1, it's possible that Evan got incorrect investigator info.
That seems incredibly compelling, and a thing I did not pick up on. So
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Okay, cool.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
So, yes, chat. I didn't want to interrupt their conversation. Kyoshi Monk. So, Clocktower, one of the things that improves and iterates on versus other social deduction games is you're not forced to sit there quiet for an hour or 2 while your friends finish the game. You're still an active member. You can still talk. You can share your information. Some people don't get information until they die. Like, look at Mara Joy. Mara Joy is the Raven Keeper. When she dies at night, by like the demon, presumably, we can wake and choose a person and learn their character straight up. That's powerful. So, death is not the end in Clocktower. It's a good twist and a good improvement on the genre.
Yeah. I've heard that there's an investigator, and they saw Becca or Bryant. There's also been other evil pings on Bryant, so I think there's going to be a large contingent wanting to execute Bryant today. If you are the Undertaker, who do you think Jeffy was?
I am not the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
I could have made something up, but it would not have done me any favors. So
yeah. All right. Jeffy told me their role, but I'm gonna hold that for now in case there is an Undertaker out there, and we can use that to confirm that.
Cool. Yeah, it's not
cool.
me.
Cool. All right.
All
right.
Tiffy was giving me Undertaker. Yeah.
Okay. Tiffy, huh? All right. Might be worth going to talk to Tiffy then. All right.
Good luck.
Catch you soon.
Somebody, yes.
Cool. Who have you talked to today, Jeffy?
I actually made a lot more conversations today.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for getting up early to play with us. It's
pleasure's all mine. Although I've been falling asleep pretty much every evening. I will match whatever you'd like to do.
I'm an outsider. That's what I'll tell you right now.
You're an outsider. Okay. I have been told by another player that they're an outsider, but they've not elaborated either. I will give you Washerwoman, Undertaker, Mayor.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
Do it too. Watch this. Pow!
What?
I don't know if we want to know what those messages are.
Welcome back to town, everyone. I hope you've had enough time to solve all of our murders. In this case, whenever you're ready, I will accept nominations. It looks like Jeffy has something she'd like to say.
I did. So I have been talked to by some people that saw some information. So I will come out and say that I am the investigator. I saw a poisoner between Bryant and Becca. I would like to kill one of those two today.
All right, Bryant nominates Becca.
Bryant nominates Becca. Tell us why.
Jeffy, we're presuming Jeffy's telling the truth. And one of us is the poisoner, and I'm not. Becca it is.
Becca?
I am fine with dying. I am an outsider, not the saint, so this is fine to kill me. Bryant, I think, is probably going to be a lot more resistant to dying, so I'd like to kill him tomorrow.
Okay, with 10 alive, the magic number today is 5 for a majority. I'll run the vote.
Becca, are you by any chance the recluse?
I am not the
I
recluse.
don't want to use my dead
Okay.
vote on this.
I have heard
Because
of a
obviously,
butler
just-
that has selected me as their master. I wanted to vote on it. I will be voting on everything, just in case they want to vote.
It's not enough.
I was just
Becca's
asking
safe.
whether Becca was a recluse, because obviously a recluse can register as evil and as a minion for the investigator, but that's not what's happening here. That's good to know. Thank you.
Evan would like to nominate Bryant.
Evan nominates Bryant. Tell us why, Evan.
It's the other pair in the investigative thing. Plus, I was just going to keep empathing my whole way around the circle. Let's max these empath reads. Let's do it.
Bryant?
I have pretty much told everybody what I am. I'm the monk. If you kill me, I can't protect. Otherwise, I have heard of a few pretty powerful roles that I can maybe protect one tonight. And if I am the monk, I'll probably die tonight. Otherwise, you can execute me tomorrow.
Okay. It'll take 5 votes to put Bryant on the block.
I can Undertaker can confirm.
My hands
that.
up in solidarity. I'm just not going to waste a
I
dead
mean,
vote on this. Since
That's
I'm
a
voting
lot
for
of
Jeffy.
votes. Thanks,
I
Mike.
think this is the evil team throwing a minion under the bus. Or Bryant's just good.
Is enough and very hard to beat. Bryant is now on the block.
Wait, who's
Yeah, I would
alive
say
that
evil
didn't-
voted on that.
Didn't vote on that. I mean,
I
didn't
have
vote.
heard of another evil ping on Bryant as well. In addition to the investigator.
Unless one of my neighbors is an empath, or I don't know what it would be.
I've heard of a fortune teller.
Yeah, that's me.
So I'm a fortune teller ping and an investigator ping. Okay.
Are you secretly the recluse, Brian?
No, I think I'm a red herring, and the other half of an investigator ping is what I think I am.
The Undertaker can
That
confirm
would
it
be
now.
funny.
That's-
Investigative ping, red herring. Let's do it all.
I mean,
That's right.
that's all. See, that was some drunks
Does
and
everyone
poisons.
know what a red herring is?
No,
yeah, we
I
can
don't
say
think
red
we've
herring.
covered that yet.
Because a red herring is the person who's going to ping wrong in a fortune teller. The fortune teller always has one person in the circle who, despite being good, pings incorrectly as the demon.
And by ping, we mean like just as given that as information. Yeah.
I mean, Monk is a pretty good investigator red herring, I will say. Although I think there's better in this circle based on what I have in my grim.
Second call for
Yeah, I mean,
nominations.
Unless somebody was poisoned, one of those two pieces of info on me has to be wrong. Or it has to be the false registration.
Or you are the minion and the other person in the fortune tellers is just the demon and we kill them tomorrow.
The other person was Jeffy and is dead.
Interesting.
Oh,
Is my understanding.
So,
we'll just do this.
I mean, there is a slight chance that Jeffy was the imp and had a Scarlet Woman.
There is
Well,
that world. There is that
That
world.
wouldn't be me, so still not
no,
to me.
I-
Oh, that
that's-
Jeffy was the red herring.
That's impossible.
Yeah, Jeffy could be the red herring, and I could be the other half of the
Jeffy's not.
investigator.
Jeffy's definitely not the imp.
Final call for nominations. Going to bring this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Bryant is executed and dies. Good night, everyone. Close your eyes.
I legit thought that was going to be game over for some reason.
Told you it wasn't me. Told you it wasn't me, McKay.
Like,
Hey,
all of it-
Marjoy.
All right, let's mute so we can talk for a second. Yeah, so this is the unfortunate side effect of what we did, right? In the first bit, let me mark Brian here, by the way, with the died today reminder token. In the beginning, I said, normally when Evan picked his neighbors, I shouldn't show yes because it kind of makes the minion look bad. But we went down this path. Bryant leaned into it. He wanted this to happen. It's happened, and now he's framed Becca for tomorrow. And because Brittany is the drunk Undertaker, we can lie today and show Brittany the monk, which will make Becca look like the poisoner. And basically fulfills, even though Bryant doesn't have his ability anymore, him dying and looking good is going to be very good for his world looking correct. So that's sort of the advanced thing that's happening here. Also, very interesting, we are on day 3 and nobody has nominated the Virgin yet. That's going to be a wild ride when it happens. All right. Bryant is dead, so we don't go to him. Kid chill. Let's go to him.
Spy in a trouble.
Hello.
All right, Chris. 1 minion down.
Yep. I predicted Bryant would not make it to the final 3, and I was correct.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I think so I was tempted to sell a mayor bounce by I'm bluffing mayor. To sell a mayor bounce by killing Becca. However, Becca's in this other half of the investigator ping, so I kind of want to leave her available just so we can do the hey, let's just clear out the investigator ping. Sure, Bryant probably was the poisoner, but Becca might be as well. So I'm kind of torn. I have a bunch of half claims from people, so I'm not sure who to go with. But I think I'm going to go with Evan.
Evan it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Some noobs on noobs violence. All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
All right. So night 1, they killed the empath. Night 2, they killed the fortune teller. Evan will no longer be getting any information. And good for evil, he got a no on the actual demon. So very interesting. It's actually pretty good. All right. Ravenkeeper only learns information if they die. The Undertaker. We're going to wake Brittany, and like we talked about, we're going to show the monk. I would say for sure it's selling a spy game, except for the fact that there's still an unprocced version. But I guess a spy would, try to proc the virgin. So now we've used the drunk Undertaker to back up that Bryant is the monk, which he was lying about being. And again, we can only do this because she is the drunk, not the Undertaker. Empath is dead. Fortune teller's dead. Becca gets the new master. Make a choice. The meta influence that ST has is honestly the biggest downside because there's basically no way to get good except a lot of practice. With good storyteller like Steve can make some truly amazing things happen with a deft touch. I appreciate the sentiment and saying that I'm good at what I do, but honestly, you're right. It comes from experience. But at the same time, you also can't get good at playing Blood on the Clocktower unless you play it a lot. So while storyteller, that does come with time and playing more and more with your friends, being able to make choices that make a better game. Also, in terms of just getting together with your friends and having fun, it is anyone can pick it up and do it. Tiffy again. So 3 days in a row of picking Tiffy. Yeah, you're not wrong, amigos. Yeah, drunk means unreliable, not false. So on the first day we showed Brittany, on day Night 2, we show Brittany true information. Night 3, we're showing her false information. If Becca ever dies, you best believe we're showing Poisoner, which is probably going to happen tomorrow. Speaking of, let's follow Brittany tomorrow. Honestly, you're right. I'm good at running this game. Thanks, Jonah, the quoting me. Mike's bluffing Saint. I didn't mark it, but I will put it here as a reminder for ourselves. He's bluffing Saint. Okay, let's wake him up, and we're going to follow Brittany.
Not a Baron game.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's back again.
Good morning, town. Last night, Evan joined the dead.
Nice.
I will give you guys 4 minutes.
Alright. I'm dead now. I'm just going to share all my information now. Well, most of it. I was the fortune teller. I got a yes on night 1 on Jeffy and Bryant. And then the next night, I got a no on 2 players, and those 2 players are still alive. So I'm going to hold on to that for now.
There's
Cool.
2 players who are not the demon. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't need to
I've shared those no's with a few people, but I was got some of that information wrong. So I don't think the real information is actually out there. But yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right. Oh, no. Brittany.
Yes.
We
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
It is just us in here, right? Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. What's going on?
So I trust you. Because of the dying in the night thing, and certain people knowing you were the fortune teller thing. So I am the Undertaker.
Ooh.
And I hard claim to 1 person day 1. I might be poisoned. Jeffy, I was seen as the investigator. Potential though, spy game.
Yeah. And what about Bryant?
Monk. So that's why I'm saying either they're on the level or I'm poisoned.
Do you know that you're not the only person claiming to be the Undertaker that I've spoken to?
I mean, I heard that day 1 from when Mara said that in town.
Okay.
And I am sticking to that claim.
Okay, cool.
I would like to kill the other one. I'd like to kill the other one. Unless they might be a raven keeper trying to get killed at night, but if it's a spy game, good luck.
They might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be. I will walk around and talk around a bit. But yeah.
All right.
I've shared all my info, everything that I was going to share anyway. So yeah. Cool. Thanks.
The fact that I have not yet spoken to either Mike or Tiffy makes me very suspicious of Mike and Tiffy.
Yeah.
Weird.
Brittany, can we chat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I was gonna try.
Hello.
What are you comfortable sharing?
What do you want to share?
I was only going to tell 1 person, but I'll tell you 2. I'm the mayor.
Oh,
I'm congratulating people.
You are the 2nd person who claimed mayor to me.
Okay. I am going to nominate Becca because I need to get rid of the poisoner. So, since there's a poisoner ping on Becca and Bryant, I'm happy for them both to be dead. So.
I agree with you.
Otherwise, my role doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed. So I'm with you. Let's get rid of the poisoner.
Okay. Do you have sus on anybody right now?
I'm a little concerned about Tiffy because she is who I hard claim to day 1.
Oh.
But that's just, a fear thought.
Oh, but I mean, you're still alive, right? So that's good.
I am, but I could be poisoned.
Okay.
I could be regularly poisoned.
Okay. Have you gotten wonky stuff?
No, I've gotten very safe, reliable stuff.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Well, then let's kill Becca so you aren't poisoned.
Yay, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
will become clear, hopefully.
It will all come together.
This is where we tell the new players what double gong means.
Yeah, double gong, Steve.
Gong.
No,
Let's
let's be nice to the new players. They're sharing their
We were
information.
overly explaining things to each other for the purpose of the game.
All right, we are here on day 3. There are still 8 players alive. Whenever you are ready, you can nominate. You can keep talking. You don't have to nominate. But if you're ready, you can whenever you'd like.
I wanted to say that I've told a few people my role. I'm sort of going to gradually tell people during the day what role I am. But for the people that I have told, I think you'll understand why I'm making this nomination. Because we have Poisoner Pings on Becca and Bryant, I'm going to nominate Becca.
Chris nominates Becca. Would you like to elaborate more?
Nope.
Becca?
Yeah, this is fine. I said that yesterday. I am fine to die.
Okay. 4 is the magic number.
Brian is so indignant.
Here, Brian, I will vote for you.
Thanks, Becca. You're a real pal.
You can just leave it on 4.
5 is enough. Becca's now on the block. Jules?
Yeah, I would like to nominate Tiffy.
Jules nominates
we had
Tiffy.
we had an interesting conversation today. I also heard some information pointing her way. I'm curious what the votes on this will look like.
Tiffy?
I've gathered a good amount of information in this game. I'm not going to vote on myself because I'm a good townsfolk, but if I think I might need to die to clear world, but I also think Jules is being super suspicious.
All right, 5 will tie. 6 if you want to put Tiffy in Becca's place.
To be fair, being suspicious is kind of my whole deal, so.
Suspicious.
0, surprisingly or not, is not enough, and Tiffy is safe from execution.
Oh, some editorial.
All right.
Tiffy nominates Jules.
Tiffy nominates Jules and dies. Go to sleep.
There we go.
Yeah!
I thought that might happen.
Damn it.
That's not what I expected.
No.
All right. Chat, you have just seen what is possibly your first virgin check or virgin proc. So, normally this happens a lot earlier, but let's take a look at the virgin. The virgin reads, the first time you are nominated, if the nominator is a townsfolk, they are executed immediately. So when Tiffy nominated Jules, it immediately executes Tiffy because she is a townsfolk, proving A, that Tiffy is a townsfolk, and proving B, that Jules is the virgin. There's really no other way for this to happen other than that. So, that's very interesting for good. Now Jules is confirmed good. Tiffy is almost confirmed good. There's one edge case where a spy can die to nominating a virgin, but here's why it's bad for good. Tiffy, the Slayer, already shot Mike the Scarlet Woman and has now proved that she wasn't drunk and she wasn't evil. Tiffy and Jules are saying more info. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. Also, downside of this, Becca is still alive. So guess who they're going to try to clean up loose ends with tomorrow? Becca. Let's get Chris in here for his impressions.
I may have heard of an Undertaker who saw Brian as a poison.
Hello.
Chris, day 3 virgin procs. I don't know if you had that one in your book.
No, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty late virgin. Did you explain to your stream what the virgin was?
I did. I went and explained what the virgin is and how that went down.
The wrinkle that I'm interested in is often it's a joyous moment when this happens. The town's very excited.
Right.
Tiffy did not seem very excited about that.
Really?
So my thought is perhaps that Tiffy was not a typical role that would love to nominate a virgin and die. because most of the time, if you're a character like the investigator, washerwoman, chef, or librarian, you nominate a virgin, you die, you're like, yes, awesome, like we're both good. It feels like Tiffy had some more value for the town, so just based socially on her reaction. Anyway, I just thought
That's interesting. I didn't even get to really hear how town reacted. I immediately jumped to my chat to explain what was happening, so I missed all that.
Tiffy basically went like, oh. So it makes me think maybe Tiffy didn't actually know that was coming or want it to happen. Okay. I have not talked to Brockwell. I'm going to attack Brockwell tonight.
Brockwell?
And tomorrow I'm going to push for a Becca execution.
Okay. So, Brockwell it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
DD Wilder, Noobs on a Gooftower, but he streams on YouTube only. So go to YouTube and search Noobs on the Gooftower. I'll type it here. Noobs on the Gooftower. So in this case, Chris is killing Brockwell. However, Brockwell is a soldier that says you are safe from the demon, which means tonight nobody is going to die. And since the self-proclaimed monk is already dead, that means really it's just the soldier. Okay, Marjorie does not die. Brittany, we are going to show the Slayer. It really helps good. It helps evil to know that the Slayer shot, yeah. Becca.
Hello.
Becca, our poisoner that managed to slip through one more day of execution and poisoning. What do you think's happening tomorrow now that you were on the block and saved miraculously by a virgin nomination?
I am definitely probably dying tomorrow. Honestly, I kind of really hope that I die tomorrow. I was a little excited to die today because having a butler as we get into late game is not super ideal, because if I accidentally pick the demon or an evil player, they're not going to vote on their demon, and especially as we get into lower player counts, having good votes really matters. So having a good player who can't choose their own votes is not super great.
Makes sense. The downside here, though, Becca, is you can't. You've picked Tiffy every night, and she's dead. Are you gonna pick a dead player?
No, I think I'm gonna go with Chris here, please.
Risk. All right, Chris is your master. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
At night, yeah. So at night, they can't see. The app doesn't show that, yeah. Now, if you're talking publicly in town and you suddenly go quiet, they can meta that. But normally, like in the game you would play in person, you can't have those conversations, really. This is more of a side effect of using the online app and streaming with a group of players that are essentially understanding that this is a game and they're not trying to meta things like that. So now the butler is serving the demon. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Let's go wake him up tomorrow. We will follow. Let's follow Jules, right? Star of the show.
I like to take bathroom breaks when I'm evil. That way I don't have to talk to town.
Good morning to the town. Nobody died in the night.
Ooh, very interesting.
I like that.
I'll give you guys 4 minutes.
Very nice. Ooh.
Very interesting.
I used my ability from the dead. Look at that.
What the hell?
You might be psych.
What's up?
Very good.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay.
I mean, to be fair, you're clever enough that you could kill a dead person to make that read, but I like it.
I don't know how. I've now told 4 people that I'm the soldier, so I've probably not told an evil player, which would mean you, McKay, Mara, and Jeffy are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was because the last 2 days I've gone. This is going wrong.
Yeah, I think Chris is a pretty good demon candidate.
Chris and Micah and McKay are my blanks. Even though I've spoken to McKay, McKay didn't give me a claim.
Yeah, I trust them. I don't like outing like other people's stuff.
That's
I don't know
fine.
how open
Yeah.
they're being about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
And now
nothing from
everyone
Chris.
trusts me, which is super weird. So,
Do
Chris,
you know what I did? Sorry, I just realised I did speak to Mike.
No.
I did speak to Mike, but I didn't write down what he claimed. I'm not sure if he did claim anything in the end.
I think Mike is claiming an outsider, which kind of makes him.
Yes, that's what Mike said. Honestly. He said an outsider. Yeah.
I kind of think Mike is the real outsider, and then Becca is actually the poisoner. And even though I kind of hate it, I think Bryant is actually the monk and actually annoyed that we killed him. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Evan. I think. Oh, maybe not, but
no worries. But yeah, that was great. That was a great Virgin proc as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Done. I thought it'd be fun to show new people because I think people often think you have to ping as Virgin like day one and do that. But I like rolling the dice with rolls and kind of seeing. I still think Tiffy might be the spy, but honestly, that works out too because now I'm confirmed good and she's dead. So
if Tiffy is the spy, and I've
thanks for that tip. I know it exists. I've never used the follow feature before. So
I think it's probably cool. Poisonous Scarlet Woman.
Hey, Warden Cliff.
Yeah,
we've got 2 outside scenes. I'm assuming I've been hit. I did get a 2, including Monk from another player that we've not discussed. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Jules. Cool. See you in a bit.
Yeah. What's up?
Hi. Hi. So, chat, because Jules is definitely 100% a good player, I'm just going to tell them everything as quickly as I can. I'm the fortune teller. On a night 1, I picked Bryant and Jeffy and got a yes. Night 2, I picked Kid Chris and Brittany, and I mistakenly told people I picked Becca instead, and I got a no on Kid Chris and Brittany. So no one knows that except you. They all think it's Kid Chris and Becca. So I think we hold that information to the final day and hope as many of those people stay alive as possible, assuming my information was good. Mara Joy claimed to be the Raven Keeper, bluffing as the Undertaker. And Brittany is claiming to be the Undertaker who saw Jeffy as investigator, Bryant as monk, and Tiffy as Slayer. And Slayer is what Tiffy is claiming as well. I think we just killed Becca today. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I think sometimes Evan will just add hand movements. Wow! It's a very interesting game.
It has been.
That's a dramatic exit from that.
All right, players, welcome back to town. There was no deaths last night. I assume there might be no deaths today. We can just all be friends from now on.
Yeah.
But in case you're feeling like you want to exact some vengeance, we can accept nominations at this time.
Can I nominate myself, please?
Becca nominates Becca. Tell us why.
I would like to please die. And we can do this else.
We have 3 executions left. This is a good idea.
Chris, if you vote, there we go. I can't vote on it unless you.
Brian, I'll vote for you.
It'll take.
You made me?
It'll take for him to put Becca on the block.
It's like triple reverse psychology, Becca.
I feel like Becca's definitely good, but I imagine, there's no way we can get past this world without Becca being dead.
Six is almost every player.
Yeah.
I didn't vote. I wanted to, though.
Because of the lack of death last night, we do have 3 executions left. So
if we think it's a spy game, what's up with that?
Can you tell us spy?
I don't think Tiffy's the spy. Personally.
I don't either. I'm just being combative.
If Tiffy's
the spy game, I have a different.
I think Tiffy's just good, maybe.
Well, I heard sort of like tangential information about Tiffy. I haven't talked to Tiffy, but based on the claims that Tiffy has been passing around, it didn't make sense that it would be a spy because some of them are running into double claims, which I think is really weird for a spy
Yeah.
to do.
Yes, I
I think-
have been intentionally double claiming everybody as the spy.
I think the demon might have just got lucky in the first 2 days, or figured out for other reasons.
Final call for nominations. Anyone else?
It could be simulated as well. It could be.
Do we
exactly?
Does anyone have a plausible reason why there wasn't a death last night?
I heard a hard claim of soldier.
Okay,
Bringing
that's
the stage
just what I wanted to
a
make sure.
Close in 3,
Heard of a monk.
Okay, go ahead.
2, 1. Becca is executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Good night, Neverland.
Okay, night 5. So the real interesting question here is, what do we show to Brittany? Let's assume we show Brittany that Becca is the poisoner. If we show Becca as the poisoner, there is no outsider out there, and that means there is the potential for a hidden outsider. The best thing to do, and we've talked about this for a long time, is actually showing Becca as the poisoner. It clears up a lot of worlds. It makes a lot of sense. However, could we cause more chaos by showing Becca as the truthful butler? Mike's bluffing Saint. If Becca's not the butler, then what do we do, right? But I do feel. So having a confirmed soldier would be rough, but just remember, a demon can pretend to be the soldier and kill a dead body to make it look like there was a soldier protect. If we're showing Becca as a minion, it's going to be poisoner because she was seen in a poisoner ping. If I show Becca as the butler, it still backs up the spy play. Man, this is tough. Let's see who Chris wants to kill in the meantime. All right, he's killing the confirmed virgin, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think we have to show poisoner here. The only problem is I can never show anyone as the drunk. If Chris gets killed, we'll show him as the drunk. We're gonna wake Brittany and we're gonna show poisoner. We could show anything. We could show drunk. We can't. Well, drunk wouldn't make sense, but we could show anything. We could show spy. We could show demon. Showing demon would be wild, but that doesn't line up with the investigator thing. All right, that's it. There's no one else to visit. I think tomorrow we are going to follow Marjoy. Cool. Let's wake him up.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Good morning, friends. I must tell you the sad passing of Jules, who died in the night.
Yeah, that checks out. That makes
So are you, Jules?
Yeah, you have to get those at some point.
3 minutes.
I was a saint, so it's all good.
interesting.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. McKay.
Hello,
Hi.
Tiffy.
Ooh, Steve immediately in here with us. I don't have any kind of claim for you.
I don't have any kind of claim for you.
I was the Slayer.
I might have heard. Oh, you're the Slayer. I've heard that elsewhere, I think.
Slayer?
Yeah.
Nice. I thought I was in a role swap with somebody, but then I heard you say that you heard of an Undertaker, and so I thought I was in the role swap with the Undertaker.
Interesting. Cool. So you've been claiming Slayer and Undertaker.
I've been claiming Undertaker and
We
Mayor.
can actually pop around a bit, chat.
It's going to be
Mayor,
Undertaker and random stuff, but mostly it was Undertaker. But I am the Slayer. I shot Mike day one because I was getting vibes that Mike might be a saint.
Brockwell did hard claim to me day one what he's still claiming. He did say he was going to go and lie to other people.
Okay.
I don't think that means he's not the demon. I heard information. Yeah, I mean, it maybe kind of has to be Brockwell, honestly.
Yep.
I mean, my other candidates are like you and Chris, although there's kind of reason, like, no offense to you, like I
got it. I got it.
You could, yeah.
I did cold call the investigator.
like-
Obviously, the others were out with what they were doing.
Yeah. No, I think you've been doing good undertaking. I think if you are evil, then there would have to be a spy somewhere that either you got to talk to or is you, but I don't know that I think that. Yeah. I was just suspicious of Chris. I feel like he's playing a really easily hideable demon role in kind of a suspicious way, but that was just vibes.
He came to me and was like, I'm the mayor, let's kill Becca because I don't want to be poisoned at the end.
Yeah, he was pushing really hard on Becca. I mean, that's fair, but yeah.
I mean that could be a ploy.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to go for a mayor win. He's too suspicious.
I mean, and then of course we have a saint claim, and those are always
always fun.
Because we could have a drunk instead of a saint.
I don't think so though, because I think Becca really is the poison. I think Brian was annoyed enough that he actually is the monk.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think Becca, because I said saint or empath to Becca, and she kind of was like, "Oh, butler or saint," and then back down into butler. Like, I don't know. She seemed nervous about that for some reason. So I don't know. I just got eviler vibes from her.
I
talking to them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
All right, we're being gonged.
All right, cool. Sorry, Steve.
No.
Good
Dental hygiene,
morning, or not good afternoon, everyone. I hope you got a lot of juicy information. But as you can tell, the game is still going, which means the demon is still alive. So let's solve that. Nominations are open.
I have a suggestion. By process of elimination, I think we should execute Brockwell today. Just everyone else is cleared one way or another by something or someone, and Brockwell is just the only blind spot. It makes kind of just.
Well, I will say that I had a chat with Brockwell just now because I haven't chatted with Brockwell in terms of what his role is, and socially, I read Brockwell as good, and then at the end of the conversation, Brockwell said, "I suspect you because you don't suspect me." And so for that reason, I know.
Was that an actual nomination, Chris? A sneaky nomination at the end? All right, Chris nominates Brockwell. Tell us why.
That's why.
Yeah.
I felt good until Brockwell said that to me.
Brockwell?
I think there is a bit vouching for me. I am the soldier, which is why I believe we had no deaths night before previous. I hard claimed that to the Virgin on day one, and then I was hard claiming it to others for a couple of days, and then we had the proc. I did say what I said to Chris, but Chris is my current leading demon candidate. I'm not going to lie. If we want to eliminate me, that's fine. I have been saying that for a while, so do what you got to do.
All right. There's only 5 alive, so 3 is the number.
I'd love to put 3, and then if you want to nominate me and make that case up.
I mean, surely we could put 3 on this, right, guys?
Yeah, right.
Okay, you could have done it. Hey, nice.
Ooh, dead vote used.
3 is enough, and I will point out, Evan has used our first ghost vote of the game. He's used his one and only vote to be the third. Put Rockwell on the block.
Please respect the ghost vote. Please respect the ghost vote. That was a really heavy lift. I will share now that Brockwell is not one of the people I cleared from being the demon. Yeah.
It's not. Wait, it's not one of the people you cleared.
Yeah, they're both still alive, by the way. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
Hey. Yeah. Just to be clear, what's clearing Mike?
Slayer shot.
Me.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
And the Slayer shot, Tiffy is either the spy or the Slayer. So.
Yeah.
Well, now I've got another one in my group.
Is Brittany's role claimed publicly?
I don't think so.
Everyone has it but you, I think.
I had a claim, but it then would mess up Tiffy being the Slayer. So.
That's fine. Don't worry about it, Brian.
Final call for nominations.
I mean, I know I'm good, but I'm kind of tempted not to nominate.
I think you'll just be the frame in final 3 if you don't get out of here.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but I'm also it's a concern we could have
3 of us alive.
At least two alive.
Bring this day to a close.
At least
in 3, 2,
all this
1. Brockwell is executed and dies. And good night, everyone. Okay. Interesting game. The soldier, who was this is what we talked about, right? The soldier was basically firm because there was no death at night, and the monk that was claiming was dead. However, socially, it's very hard to get people to believe that. And I do think there was some chat about what we show. There's a big world where we show Imp here, because there could be a Scarlet Woman out there. However, if there is a Scarlet Woman, no one ever believes Soldier Knights. I understand. I agree. I don't imagine Chris doesn't kill Brittany or Star Pass here, but I guess he can't Star Pass is the thing. Well, let's go get his thoughts. I want to know what Chris thinks.
But hey,
because I talked to a virgin claim next.
Hello.
All right, Chris, we made it to final 3 as the mayor/imp.
This is really interesting because I love the idea of having Mike in the final 3, right? Which is, just because in terms of nominations and voting power, it's good to have 2 evils in the last round. However, I believe Mike has been cleared by a genuine Slayer, which presents me with a quandary, because if I go, I do have sus on me as the demon. If I go into final 3 with someone that's been cleared by a Slayer and I'm still alive, then it couldn't be a Star Pass 2 Mike, right? He'll be seen as good. Also, I've been claiming Mayor, so if I Star Pass, it's extremely questionable, the idea that it worked. However,
there's a lot of pressure on this kill, Chris. We need to live in the moment for just a minute. So, just so like people are aware of this watching this, maybe their first game, right? You dictate who dies, who lives the whole game. Tomorrow's the final 3, which is usually the last day in Blood in the Clocktower, because after 3 players are alive, evil wins if the demon survives to final 2. So that night, if there's 3 alive, demon kills a good and they win the game automatically. So who you choose to bring into the final 3 with you is going to make or break this game, right? It all comes down to this monumental decision.
Yeah, and I have a big cost benefit here, because it's great to bring my evil player with me for the purpose of nominations of votes, and it reduces the number of good players that can nominate me. But it hurts against the information we have about Mike, and it hurts against my claim if I kill myself. So I think I'm going to just white knuckle it and try to see how we get out of this. I'm going to kill Brittany, who I think might be the drunk, and try to sell Mara Joy as a demon candidate. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, no. I'm going to kill Marjoy because I think Marjoy actually has some good info that's been given to her. So let's kill Marjoy, and I'll try to sell Brittany as the demon.
Last minute pivot. So we're choosing Marjoy.
Yeah, we're gonna Marjoy. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Ooh, Chris, when you watch this back, that's rough. Now, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. But if Marjoy picks like Brittany here, this gets juicy. So now that the Ravenkeeper died, we go back to the Ravenkeeper's ability, right? And real quick, before we move too far from the point, somebody asked, what does Star Pass mean? The Imp's second half of the ability, which is if you kill yourself this way, a minion becomes the Imp. As a community, we have nicknamed that a Star Pass, and that is based off roller derby term, where the jammer who wears a star in their helmet skates, and then at some point they can take the star off and pass it to the pivot, which is another player on their team, and that pivot becomes the new jammer. In that way, this is like the demon taking that cover off and passing it to their minion, and that minion now becomes the new demon or jammer. So it's a roller derby term that kind of marries into Clocktower. All right. So now that the Ravenkeeper dies, now their ability goes off, which says, when you die at night, you are woken to choose a player. You learn their character. Mara, Joy, congratulations on dying. You look stressed.
I thought it was going to be the frame and final frame. McKay was just saying, I think I was poisoned on night one. I'm like, no, don't think you were poisoned on night one. You weren't. You were sober. I think
so
I need
you get to pick any player you want.
I think I need to. Okay, I need to think about this. I think Chris is Mayor. I think Brittany is Undertaker. I think Mike is Saint. That's what they're all. I think that's what they're all claiming. But only one of them has actually claimed that to me. The other ones have got it from other people.
Okay.
I think the most important thing here is confirming Mike. Yeah, can I check Mike, please?
All right. You check Mike, and you learn Scarlet Woman.
Oh, that's really frustrating, but thank you.
You are welcome, Mara.
Thank you.
Okay. That eliminates one demon candidate. Now, had Chris killed himself... Oh, I guess if had Chris killed himself, Marjorie wouldn't have got that peak, right? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's a roller derby term. So my wife plays roller derby, and I've helped her team out a little bit here and there, so I'm really familiar with the roller derby. So when I saw the Star Pass term in Clocktower, I was so confused for a while. And when I taught a bunch of them, the roller derby players, the game, I explained the Star Pass term, and they thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, right? With Chris said, it's good to have two evil in Final 3, but then Mara gets 2/3 chance to see evil. And if Mara picks the one good player, Brittany, then that just confirms that Brittany's the drunk. So, honestly, it's really the best choice that could have been made. Now, because Brittany has seen Brockwell as that, Mike can't be the Scarlet Woman. What can we show Brock? Yeah, what do we show? Do we show Soldier? Do we show Drunk? How can we frame Mike as the Imp? Mara Joyce saw Mike as the Scarlet Woman, right? It would have to be framing Mara Joy, who star passed to Mike, right? Brock could be the Imp if Mara Joy's drunk or if Mara Joy's lying. This is one of the toughest calls we have to make. There's a world where we show Imp and we try to play off that Mara Joy's drunk. There's a world where we show Soldier and make Brittany think she's not the drunk. And there's a world where we show Poisoner. The problem with showing Spy is a Spy would be shown to townsfolk 9 times out of 10. I think this is going to be a little bit of a... I think this is going to be a little bit of a controversial decision. I'm showing Poisoner. So it was just enough misinformation to make things very confusing. And it's done. I could show the Undertaker token. It would confirm to the Undertaker that they're drunk or poisoned. Okay. It is a second poisoner, but what it makes it seem like that Brittany's been poisoned by the actual poisoner this whole time, and Jeffy was also poisoned at the start of the game. So, cool. Let's pick him up.
Why is the guy from Superstore with the people from Dropout?
Good morning for our last morning, because we are now at final 3 players, and the game will most likely end at the end of today. But somebody not joining us in our quest and our final day as a living person, Mara Joy, died in the night.
Hey,
That's
that's
Nice.
unexpected.
Nice.
I'm very pleased with that because I think McKay was ready to think I was evil. I'm the
absolutely.
Raven Keeper. I checked Mike. Mike is the Scarlet Woman. There is 2 evils alive.
When does that?
Oh,
Oh shit!
Hey Brockwell, your world can't exist.
If
Like-
there's 2 evils alive, then Chris is the demon.
is it possible that Marjorie just star passed to Mike?
It's possible, yes,
It's
absolutely.
a
Yeah.
world, I guess.
So I was an
Or
empath.
to
who got
anybody.
I was an empath who got a 0 night 1. But since I don't think so here's why I don't think so. If Becca was in fact evil, Mike, do you mind if I say something here? It's going to out
No,
you.
go ahead.
Mike has been
Final
claiming
day.
cheat the entire
Fair, yeah.
game, which would make him the only outed outsider at this point.
Mhm.
So we would have an outed outsider and a drunk, which, as an out, since there are 2 outsiders in the game, if only one is accounted for in the circle, then the other has to be the drunk. And if we believe Becca is evil, then we only have 1 outed outsider in the circle.
Evan
I'm
could
now
be the
pretty
drunk.
Sure that Bryant is the poisoner.
Any of Evan, Jeffy, Brittany, or McKay could be the drunk.
Absolutely.
Or Marjorie.
Tiffy
Yeah,
can't be the
Marjorie
drunk.
could
I could be the poisoner.
Tiffy can't be the drunk.
Tiffy
I
can
think
also-
he said
She
Jeffy,
probably
so it
would.
was you.
Wait, why can't Tiffy be the drunk?
She's
She's
a
probably
virgin.
the drunk.
An
Rocket.
outsider
Oh, yes,
would not die to the virgin's
Thank you.
ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
We also
Thank you for explaining
know
this.
So
there also was probably a poisoner in the game, and so information like I'm honestly worried, Evan, that your night 2 information was poison.
That's what I think.
I would have
What was
poisoned
it?
you based on what you said day 1. So
Kid Chris and Brittany, no, they're both still alive. But Mike's got a Slayer shot clearing Mike, and with Mara saying that Mike is still the Scarlet Woman. The reason I believe the Slayer shot is that Tiffy shot off immediately on day 1 and then waited until day 3 to nominate the Virgin. When in the intervening time, any number of other people could have nominated the Virgin. Why wait if you're the spy? If you want to get a Slayer shot off and lock yourself in, like that felt genuine to me. So that's why I trust the Slayer shot.
I mean, for me at this point, I do think I don't know who it is.
So I'll just say I've told like a third of the town I am the mayor. From my perspective, I think the poisoner's dead, and I will go for a mayor win if the numbers. I mean, coordinating the votes is so hard. So, but I'm just telling you what my perspective is.
Can I find out what Brockwell was and Brittany what your information was?
yes, I would love to share because definitely things are going wonky with me. Brockwell, according to my information last night, it was the poisoner, as was Becca.
Can you give us the rest of your info as well?
Yes.
while you're doing it?
Yes. Jeffy, investigator. Bryant, monk. Tiffy, slayer. Becca, poisoner. Brockwell, poisoner.
I think you're the Undertaker. Sorry, the drunk then.
I'm either the drunk or Jeppy was the drunk, and we only just killed the poisoner yesterday.
I'm the soldier.
Brockwell, were you this? That's what I was. Cool.
Yeah, Brockwell's
Yeah, so I'm the reason for no death nightfall.
But they might have. That's a reason to keep me alive if I'm getting drunk info.
really
Players,
hoping
we could
Brittany would
talk
have
all
com-
day, but I must let you know that nominations are open when
I will
you're
say
ready.
That doesn't conflict with Brockwell being poisoned or simulating soldier.
Hey, Tiffy, what's up?
Jeffy getting poisoned on night 1, if Brittany is the demon, then getting poison information on a poisoner makes sense to me. So if Brittany was poisoned and then we killed the poisoner.
Brittany is not the demon.
I don't think Brittany's the demon.
I'm really not.
I think it could be Chris, and that I was poisoned on night 2, and also Chris and Brian spent an awful lot of time talking to each other on day 1.
I agree with Chris.
Wait,
Mostly because if Brittany was evil, I believe she was specifically the spy. So now the only possibility for that weird Undertaker info that suddenly decayed at the end is that the spy died, but she should have the whole Grim. So either Brittany was the Undertaker or the spy, I feel like.
Second call for nominations.
I mean, Evan, from your perspective, do you think like Jeffy or Bryant, one of them was a demon that passed us? No, we can't have passed the Scarlet Woman. If Mike
We're both executed.
This is the thing. The demon has to be the original demon because Mike is the Scarlet Woman.
Brittany nominates Chris.
Brittany nominates
Whoa.
Chris. Brittany, tell us
so
more.
glad I don't have a ghost vote right now.
I'm nominating Chris because I know I'm good. We only have one outsider claim in town. Even if I'm the drunk, if Mike was lying, there would theoretically be another outsider claim out there. So Chris is my demon.
Chris, your defense.
I don't have any mechanical way of defending this mayor role that I have. I don't know which of them is the actual outsider. I don't think Mike is the demon because of if the Slayer shot's genuine, and it seems like the Raven Keeper's genuine, so I'm probably going to nominate Brittany. I would say all 3 of us are cleared by something. So, like, all of this Undertaker stuff could also just be made up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. There's that world.
I'll be counter nominating Brittany.
What if
run this.
Marjoy was the demon who star passed last night to Mike?
Is the number.
Could be.
Yeah, that's possible.
Brian said,
I hate that.
Where's
Brian
the
said
other
that earlier, and I'm pretty
outsider,
sure Brian's
Tiffy?
evil.
I said that, and that's why Mara thinks I'm evil now. So
My problem
Well,
is where's
that's
the other outsider?
I'm the other outsider, Brittany.
Or is enough. Chris is currently on the block.
I think in that world, then Brockwell's the poisoner and Mara was the imp that star passed to Mike. But if that world were true,
Did we explain Star Pass before we started saying it?
no,
we didn't.
No,
Oh, yeah.
not at all.
I would like to point out, if I was a minion, I went to a conversation with Jules immediately, and we shared a hard claim. That would probably mean that I'd be the spy, right?
Yeah.
Or
I
the
think
demon.
Brockwell's
Yeah.
good.
Tiffy, can you say what you just said
Brockwell's
again? I'm just trying to build the rest of the world around it.
Can I
Okay.
say Marjoy? Well, theoretically, it would be Brockwell poisoner, Marjoy starting demon who passed to Mike last night.
Because the
It doesn't matter
not
what
Brittany.
Marjoy
Why
had
couldn't-
no sus on her. I mean,
I was super suspicious of Marjoy.
For what it's worth, wait, I realize I haven't said this. I was the empath with a 0 on night 1. So, in my opinion, unless I was drunk or poisoned on night 1, both Jules and Mara Joy were good. My only concern was if Becca was the poisoner, there is a good chance she would have poisoned me night 1, just out of personal attitudes.
Or if you're sitting next to the demon, then the poisoner would also poison the players next to the demon on night 1.
True.
Right.
Which is a good case for Brittany to be the demon.
And then I did get killed that night, so if they wanted to move poisoning off of me onto another player, they had to kill me.
Final call for nominations, everyone.
Yeah. The evil team in that case would be Mara as starting imp, Mike as current imp, and Bryant or Becca as poisoner. Well, probably Brian.
I nominate Brittany.
Yeah, Brian is poisoner.
Chris nominates Brittany. Tell us why.
So I don't buy this. I mean, yes, I think that's a possible world. From my perspective in town, Mara Joy was not super sussed. So I didn't feel, it doesn't make as much sense to me that Mara Joy star passed. That's just my intuition based on I didn't feel there was pressure on Mara Joy. So I'm trusting the Ravenkeeper read that Mike is still the Scarlet Woman, and I just am, just by process of elimination, I'm nominating Brittany. I think perhaps it's also possible to just make up the Undertaker stuff or get caught in, if it's not consistent, then you just say you were the drunk. I mean, because one of them is the outsider, I'm assuming. So
yeah, but her info would have been consistent because Brockwell was outed. So
Brittany, your defense.
You're muted.
You're muted, Brittany.
Sorry, y'all. I am the Undertaker. I don't know if I'm the drunk. I acknowledge my last night info is way wonky. If you kill me, we lose. Do what your heart says.
Or tie it on 4. Oh, wait, I forgot to say. I told a few people, but the previous mayor decided not to run again because of his age and has stepped down. So if you want to fight fascism, tie the vote on 4.
So Chris claimed Kamala.
All right, it'll take 4 votes to tie, 5 to put Brittany on the block.
Kid Mama. Chris.
I think I'm happy with this on Chris now, because he's thought.
Yeah, we're going to see evil rise up.
Mike.
Mike.
4 is enough to tie, which means nobody is currently on the block.
Damn it, Mike.
Chris.
Mike, would you like to nominate yourself?
Whichever of Becca and Brian is good, I'm sorry, that sucks. That's a horrible situation to be in.
All right. With nobody being executed on the final day, the game will end, whether it's a mayor win or an evil win. So I would like to congratulate Chris's team for winning this game.
Yeah.
In fact, Chris was your imp who managed to slip in at the end and tie. And that is of course meaning that we had an evil win. Congratulations, Chris. In a strange twist of fate, Becca, the butler who chose Chris as her last master before death, voted with him in the end to hand the tie to evil, which meant the game is over. Technically, so I should specify technically what happens at this point is we go to sleep and the demon gets to kill someone, and then the game ends at night officially. But at this point, everyone realized it was over, so we're just fast forwarding a little bit.
Yeah.
We did have on this side Evan, your fortune teller, who I followed around on day 1, did the empath check on the neighbors. Got a yes between Jeffy, your investigator, and Bryant, your poisoner. Jeffy did indeed also see Bryant or Becca as the poisoner, and then made a little bit confusing, I think, for you guys. Brockwell was your soldier who did, in fact, die at night due to a demon trying to kill the soldier. And then, you know that every time that happens, no one ever believes you and they always kill you, which is sad.
Yep.
Jules the Virgin, who was a day 3 Virgin proc, which is very rare for me to see. Everyone's rushing to do a day 1, keeping it close to the chest, worked nicely, and killed Tiffy the Slayer, who on day 1 Slayer shot Mike the Scarlet Woman, which actually was kind of dangerous, a dangerous situation to be in.
That's why I picked Mike in case he'd been passed to.
Which makes Marjorie your sober and healthy Undertaker, McKay your sober and healthy empath, and Brittany, who I followed around on day 2. Unfortunately, you were our drunk Undertaker who got lied to. However,
I still got the demon on the block. Moral victory.
You did the best you could with what you had.
You knew
I have no idea why I didn't vote this. I don't know why. Sorry.
You're so close.
Yeah.
Chris, I thought it was you for so long.
Yeah,
4
that's why I
votes
said
gave
to
it
Chris.
an incredibly narrow margin of error. It's just with that 4 votes, after that, the good team has to play perfect, and that's fine. It
Yeah,
happened.
it was good
Well
job by
played.
Evil. Yeah, well played.
It was well argued in Final Three. I like the fact that Mike did the classic thing when seen as evil and just shut the hell up for the entirety of Final Three. He didn't say a word, and I'm like, that's fair. I was watching.
Well,
like
I was telling my stream that basically whenever I'm imp, I'm always looking for escape hatches. And I'm always just like, I'm going to star pass immediately. And I was like, for a personal challenge, I was going to try not to. And then when it was Mike and Brian, I was like, these guys aren't living to Final Three. Like, I can't star pass to these guys.
He asked me, how does Mike normally do? I say, well, when Mike becomes the demon, he usually botches it pretty badly. So let's keep it.
Hey.
Shots fired and not from the Slayer. Wow.
You can't prove I said it.
Mostly when he snake charms, the demon knight won.
So
Nova's mad.
I do want to say we did have quite a few people in chat that were watching their first game of Clocktower ever that had a lot of questions and were really enjoying it. So that was perfect, right? Those of you who sat through your first game, I hope you learned something. I hope you had a lot of fun and see why this game is worth playing more and more of. And you should definitely check out more Blood in the Clocktower. In fact, we're going to run another game after a short break. So if you want to stick around, and maybe now you're like, oh, I get this. Now you're going to see it run a second time and see the game go completely different and see how flexible and fun this game is and why it is super replayable. So don't go anywhere. Oh, before I do, let's do our poll. We did have our prediction. We said which team will win, and we just did a very simple good or evil. 61% of people thought good was going to win. They didn't believe in you, Chris and Brian and Mike.
In your
and
face,
they
good.
lose their points. Evil does
No,
win.
sorry.
Yeah.
In your face chat, not in your face good. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
in your
is
face.
the dream team.
I will say
Mike.
for new players watching, I hate it when the winning team gloats. So like I didn't mean to gloat just there.
Mike loves it.
So yes, we will be running another game of Trouble Brewing.
Good job,
don't
evil
go,
team.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, run some ads, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, for the town, I'm going into...
Hey everyone, we had a few people drop out between games because of like time zones and going late, so we're getting some body switches in here. Give us a minute to get one more person lined up, and then we're going to start the game. Or we're going to play with 11. Either way, we'll be back in just a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back for game 2 of the Grim crossover event with Noobs on the Gooftower. I will be your continued storyteller and stream host for game 2 tonight, Evil Steve. And I'm joined by 12 amazing players here. Quinn.
Hello.
Say hi, Quinn.
Hi, friends.
Mara Joy.
Hey.
Mike.
Hello.
Brittany.
You're muted.
Nope, no dab from Brittany.
Hiya! No dab.
Jeffy.
Hi, chat.
Eric.
Hey.
Bryant.
Suck it, Mike.
Chris.
Hello.
Ooh,
Becca.
the salute dab.
Hello.
Amber. Tiffy. And Jules.
What's up?
All right, we're here to play another game of Trouble Brewing. Many of you might have seen our last game. It was possibly your first game of Clocktower you've ever seen. So this will be your second game, presumably. We're going to still hold your hand. We're still going to explain things, but I'm going to make a little bit of assumptions that you've learned a little bit after watching the first game, and you're going to see a little bit more nuance in the second game with what I explained. So, with that being said, I'm going to go set up a Grim. What, you saying I don't have nuance? Somebody in chat said, look, you don't have to be a perfect storyteller like Evil Steve to have fun with this game. Chat loves me.
Gab you with a spoon.
Oh, yeah, wow.
And then Jonah immediately like just stabbed me in the back. So
Jonah listed all the times that you've made slight mistakes.
not quite that
Just
bad.
watch
but
our
yeah.
YouTube VODs.
Yeah, watch the YouTube VODs. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go set up a bag. I'll be back. Yes. So, one of the things we do on this channel, which you don't do in life necessarily, is we have point redemptions to put a character in a bag. Ooh, Hollowed RPG, first time chat. I know that name. Hey Rick, how you doing? Fresh cut indeed. So this is one thing we do in the channel is you can redeem channel points and you can turn them in to get any role in the bag that's on the script. So if you have something you're interested in seeing, Toy Aburrido y no tengo amigos, you are free to redeem something and I will put that character in the bag for you. No point in the demon. We know there's only one demon type on this script. That's the imp. Good time to talk about this though. The game comes with 3 base scripts: Trouble Brewing, Bad Moon Rising, and Sex and Violets. And they all have a completely unique collection of characters, but most scripts actually have 4 different demons, not just one. So only one demon will be in play at any time, but solving which demon's in play and what power they have is part of the understanding of the puzzle of this game. So Trouble Brewing makes it easy enough that it's just a single one. So Toy Aburrido y no tengo amigos. What do you want? You're redeeming. What do you want in the bag? Spy. Okay, that's a good one. I don't know that I would have put the spy, so I'm interested in seeing this. So we're going to see a different minion this time. We're doing the spy. Can you redeem points to ensure a role isn't in the game? You know what, Sayro? If you actually redeem and tell me you don't want to roll in the bag, I will honor it. Yes. But you can't donate, you can't put points to force somebody else's point redemption out. That's the only thing you can't do. Isgarn, thanks for the follow. Sayro, what would you like to see not in the bag? Drunk. Perfect. I'm fine with that. Let's do no drunk. So we're going to manage the reward request. Drunk is now off the table for this game. Now, if for some reason Baron gets put in play, we don't have a choice. But I guess that kind of rules out Baron too. I think Poison or Spy is interesting. I think a lot of people might meta that we're going to do Spy Baron, but we're clearly not doing Baron. Oh yeah, if you think about it, the drunk isn't in the bag anyways. That's true. Technically speaking, the drunk isn't in the bag. I think Spy Poisoner is very interesting here. And then I think we do Recluse Saint. We did Butler last time. Let's show people the Saint for real, and we're going to show people the Recluse for real. And then, since we got a Spy and a Poisoner, we can go nuts with the information. We can do a Fortune Teller. We can do an Empath. We can do a Monk. We can do a Raven Keeper. Yeah, it basically leaves Evil. Yeah, Evil can take the Drunk and the Butler when it doesn't come out, right? If we show an Outsider as a bluff, ooh, then they're going to think it's a Drunk. Mayor, so Chris can get Mayor. We'll leave the Undertaker for Spy. We're going to put a Washerwoman, a Librarian. I think that should be it. Yeah, I mean, we could let the Spy see a Drunk. We could leave the Librarian out of it and show a Chef. Chef's solid. We'll show a Chef this time, and we'll leave out Virgin. All right. So we have our 1 demon, our 2 minions, Poison or Spy, our 2 outsiders, Recluse Saint, and our 7 townsfolk, Washerwoman, Chef, Empath, Fortune Teller, Monk, Raven Keeper, and Mayor. Okay, we're going to pass these out. Ooh, Chris got the Spy. The demon goes to Jules, and Brittany becomes the Poisoner. So Chris gets to be evil 2 games in a row. As for the bluffs, we're definitely going to give them... So here's one thing, right? Because we have a spy, the spy can look at the Grim and see what everyone is. So technically speaking, they can bluff anything they want. But we still got to give them some to start. So we'll do Virgin. We'll do Slayer. And we'll do Soldier. It really doesn't matter what we give. I don't think it really matters what we give too much. We could give, instead of Soldier, we'll give Undertaker. Kind of tells the demon, hey, you probably have a spy. Okay. Let's go start this game.
Yeah.
All right, players, you should all have your rolls.
Oh, cool.
Wait, Basberry?
Yes.
Close your eyes. We're going to start night 1.
It was wild.
And sometimes you'd get the right answer.
Okay. First things first, we go back to our first night order. We see the minion info, so we're going to wake our minions, and we're going to use the card system. We're going to wake Brittany and Chris, and we're going to say, this is the demon, these are your minions. We send that information. Oh my gosh. The fortune teller and the empath both next to the demon. Oh, I didn't realize that. Look at that empath on the 1 on the demon. Whew. We're gonna wake the demon, and we're gonna say these are your minions, and point at Brittany and Kid Chris or Chris, and then we're going to say these characters are not in play and do Virgin, Slayer, Undertaker. There's no Scarlet Woman. There is the ability to still Star Pass, which we talked about, killing yourself to pass it on. Go here to Brittany real quick.
Oh.
Hi, Brittany. So you go from being the Undertaker to the Poisoner. You're playing
did.
for evil this time.
I sure am.
Actually, interesting. All of the evil players are on the noob spaces on the board.
It's true.
So this puts a
Noobs
lot of pressure
rise
on the noobs. Yeah, noobs rise up, right?
It is a lot of pressure on the noobs.
So you don't get to really have a lot of information other than the fact you know who your demon is and your minion, but you can pick anyone in the Grim to poison. So who would you like to choose? And maybe explain your thought process to people that have...
So, as some people were talking about yesterday, they like poisoning next to an evil in case there's an empath. And sit on night 1, and since I have nothing else to go by, yeah, I think I might. I mean, the thought is to protect your demon, but then also, like yesterday, they were sus of people who seemed poison night 1 of their neighbors. So let's go with Bryant.
All right. Bryant gets the poison. Thank you, Brittany.
Of course.
So the logic was sound, right? Unfortunately, she has no way to know that it's Quinn and Tiffy. All right, red herring time. Let's see. So red herring, Tiffy. I mean, I think we put it on the empath. Well, do we? Let's put it on the empath. Empaths aren't real. And then the washerwoman, Mike, is going to see... I was hoping that also, like, if the poisoner hits one of these, like, star snoring rolls, we can really do some fun shenanigans. But Mike's going to learn... I don't want to show empath. I want to show the fortune teller. Do I want to show the fortune teller? We'll do the fortune teller as the correct one. And we'll show the Raven Keeper as the wrong one, because they might actually claim to be the fortune teller, which would be funny. The other start knowing role is the chef, so that's just going to learn. Yeah, so let's go to Chris. So we have the red herring. We have that start knowing. That's all the markers we need to do. So now we're going to do this interesting thing. We wake Chris, and the spy's ability is each night you see the Grimoire. The Grimoire is the game board itself, the giant book the game comes in. You might register as good and as a townsfolk or outsider, even if dead. So Chris can pretend to be good. He can register as good to things like an Undertaker, to things like a Raven Keeper. But he actually gets to see the Grim. So I'm going to send this to him in the app. In real life, I would just show him the game I'm holding. He's going to see the whole board. So he knows who everyone is. Which means there's no point for good to lie to each other this game because evil knows everything. So let's send it. We'll let Chris look at that, and then we'll wake Mike. We're going to show the fortune teller. And we're going to say Jeffy or Tiffy is the fortune teller. Marjoy, the chef. The chef learns you start knowing how many pairs of evil players there are. Evil are not neighboring each other at all. We do have a spy next to actually the recluse isn't even next to anyone either. We're just going to tell Marjoy a 0. Because there are 0 pairs of evil players. Pair in this case means they're sitting right next to each other. So if Jules and Brittany were next to each other, Marjoy would learn a 1. If Brittany, Jules, and Chris were all next to each other, they would learn a 2. And actually interesting here, we have this outsider, Eric, the recluse, might register evil and as a minion or demon, even if dead. If the recluse is next to an evil, you can register the chef number and give the chef false information based on the recluse. Yeah, unfortunately, not the most helpful day 1 poisoning. Marjoy got a 0. Mike got that. Quinn the empath is going to get a 1 because the empath is next to an evil. Tiffy the fortune teller is going to get to pick. Let's get Tiffy in here to talk to her. Tiffy, the fortune teller.
Or the drunk.
No, definitely not the drunk, Tiffy.
Probably.
Why do you always say that? Anytime it's like, Tiffy, you get this cool role, you're like, or I'm the drunk.
Or I'm the drunk.
That being said,
honestly, it's because I need to remind myself. Because I am so, I trust my information so hard most of the time that I need to remind myself I could be the drunk. I could be the drunk.
Okay, fair. Even if you're the drunk, you still get to pick 2 players tonight.
I do. I'm going to pick Eric and Mike.
You pick Eric and Mike, and you learn a yes.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Nice snipe.
I'm the drunk. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's go over what happened there. Tiffy, the fortune teller, has the ability that reads, each night choose 2 players. You learn if either is the demon. There is a good player that registers as the demon to you. So Quinn registers as the demon to Tiffy. Tiffy picked Eric or Mike. Mike is the washerwoman, not the demon. Eric is the recluse. The recluse is an outsider, which means his ability doesn't really help town. It kind of hurts them. And it says you might register as evil and as a minion or the demon, even if dead. Which means Eric the recluse just triggered as the demon to mess up Tiffy the fortune teller's information. Whew, that's a lot. That's how the recluse can mess up worlds, by pinging incorrect information to people just by existing. Or I'm the drunk with the lollipop. That's right. Let's go get Chris's input here.
Hello.
Well, you are evil again, but not the demon.
Yep.
So you saw the Grim. You showed your stream how that was going.
Yes, I've taken the Grim that you sent me. I have filled out my own side of the app, so now I can see all the information you gave. Also, I took care to put in the same reminder tokens that you got, and those are like something tomorrow when the poisoner those can change for me on the following nights. And then because of that, I don't need to use just as an example. I don't think I'm going to use any of the bluffs because I can pick my own role that is safe to do.
You see everything that's available to you, so you know all at this point, Chris, more than anyone else.
I will say, for people who have not played this game, that there's this big difference between playing Spy online versus in person. Actually, Steve, when you play in person, do you let the Spy take a photo of the Grim?
If they ask, I do, but I've actually never had someone ask.
I was a Spy a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "No, I'm not going to use it. Let me try to memorize." And then about 30 seconds in, I was like, "Can I take a photo?" Because once you play, if you play online a lot, you get like used to like having all the info like just available to you. But
that is there's a very like the game has a very different. It's still the same game, same rules, but things are different online versus in person, right? In person, I send you that Grim, and I can go on and do other stuff with people while you're looking at it. But in person, I can't move on to the next person until you're done looking at it, right? So
yeah,
there is like kind of that social pressure to hurry up, and you're looking at everything and trying to. So in that case, I don't really worry too much about taking a photo because it does just speed up the game. But at the same time, I think the game was balanced around you not taking a photo either, right?
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm excited.
Anyways, I hope so. You've got your Grim. You're good. I can wake people up.
I'm good. Yep.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
There's a one. It started as a one-page RPG. It's now much more called Boy Problems, which is based on rescuing Carly Rae Jepsen's vault of unfinished songs, which is a real thing she has. Anyway, hi Steve.
No, I want to hear more about Carly Rae Jepsen's untapped vault of songs. Hello, space travelers. You are all traveling through deep space on the Ravenswood Bluff, a deep space galaxy exploration vehicle, and you all are in sleep pods. However, something must have gone wrong because you've all woken up and you're not where you're supposed to be.
Shit, it's passenger.
You find that your captain, Evil Steve, don't mind the name, was found dead and murdered in the common room, which means somebody here is a traitor and somebody here is a demon, as a matter of fact, trying to enact some kind of like deep space event horizon ritual or something. I don't know. Either way, go figure out who it is, who's responsible, and kill them before they kill all of you. And I'll give you...
Evil's just his rank. Evil's just his rank. Don't worry about it.
Who's up? I guess Gwen, you're left.
Yes, please.
Okay, unless you're a washwoman who's trying to confirm me.
I am not a washwoman, unfortunately. I am much worse off than that.
I'm a fortune teller. I got a yes on Mike and Eric, who I was going to watch and see who they went and talked to, and they went and talked to each other.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. They just ran right off. Yeah.
Dude. So I think my work here is done. Right, Evil Steve? I can nominate a virgin. Do you want me to nominate a virgin? I will nominate a virgin. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk. That's fine. Eric.
Cool. I'm the saint.
Right, Mike. I love that. You should claim fortune teller.
That's good. That feels like it's gonna go badly.
No. Claim fortune teller so you can get my information out.
Okay. But if I'm on the blog, I'm going to claim saint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll back.
Exactly. You got it. All right, cool. I'll go look
if you
for
do hear from a virgin, I would love to find one, because like I say, I am a top 4, which would say one of the first 4 roles on the script. I already have all of my information, and I start knowing it, and I never get any more. So it's worth. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hello, everyone.
Mara, I'm gonna not talk to you so that you can nominate me today.
It's funny. We gotta see Tiffy and Mike talk, because Mike knows that Tiffy's the fortune teller, but Tiffy thinks Mike's evil.
Hi, Steve. Hi, chat.
Have you heard of a virgin? Because I haven't yet.
Nope, I'm on the hunt. I'm gonna find them before you do. Yeah. It's a race.
It's a race to find a virgin. Cool. I know which one of the 4 you're not, so that's fun.
Yeah, I know which one of the 4 you're not.
I will say.
We could just trust each other.
I was going to say, yeah, I think it's a good idea to trust each other, actually.
All right, washerwoman.
I'm the chef.
Oh,
I
nice.
think it's maybe a better idea for me to bring a virgin if we can, because you're able to find out if your information's solid before I
Yep.
can. But
I think it's fair.
It's up to you. Yeah.
I'll take that. Good enough.
Okay.
Ah, interesting. Okay. All right, I will keep that in mind. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Funny British people doing funny hooty like drinking tea and talking shit about other people. That's just Downton Abbey.
Okay.
Tifford.
Sure it is.
Hi. What?
You are in my washerwoman ping.
Am I really?
Would you give me, Circle of Trust, would you give me a 3 that includes your roll?
Okay, I will give you a 3 that includes my really real roll. That 3 is going to be Monk, Slayer, Fortune Teller.
Okay. How do we build this bridge of trust further? What would prove to you that I?
I want to know what you went to. Was Eric your other ping?
No, he was not.
Okay.
I've not spoken to my other ping yet.
Okay, because you talked to Eric first thing.
He pinged me first. He gave me 3. He's giving me saint vibes, if I'm being honest.
I have a hard claim of saint elsewhere.
Well, that's what I've got for him. I mean, he gave me... I'll literally tell you how this conversation went. He gave me 3. I said, I'm the washerwoman. And he said, cool, am I in your pings? And I said, no, you pinged me. And he's like, great, because I wouldn't be in your ping. So it's like, okay. So saint probably, because that wasn't his 3. But that's all I got. Literally how the conversation went.
Okay. So do you want to try to confirm me or not?
I will say I'm fairly confident. Steve, I don't know why. What's why? Your role, the role you gave me, is in my is in there. You are not probably. You are not the. I forgot the other things. I saw you as a fortune teller.
Yes, I'm the fortune teller. Fuck. Okay. I checked you and Eric last night and I got a yes. Why do I trust this?
I mean, you can kill me today. That's fine. I'm really okay to die.
I actually do have a hard claim of saint.
Okay. That's funny. This is extremely funny. All right, I want to go try and talk to my other ping and see what.
All right, look, chat. There's a reason this is a social game, first and foremost. There's a lot of mechanical information, people that get information that you can build worlds around. But at the end of the day, you have to socially read and socially trust someone. And what we just saw there is a perfect example of 2 people that wanted nothing more than to distrust each other, forced to trust each other. And I love that.
When we get to 3, that'll be the tell.
Definitely.
Wait. Yeah. So wait. I just to explain, we should have 2. If there are 3 claims, either there's a baron or somebody's lying. I'm just explaining for Steve's stream.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Captain, what did I miss?
Brittany,
all right,
I'll
everyone.
talk to you tomorrow.
Welcome back to town. We are in the ship. One of you is responsible for this travesty. Who are we shoving in the airlock and pushing out into space today? Nominations are open whenever you're ready.
Can I nominate Mara, please?
Amber nominates Mara. Tell us why.
Hi, Mara. We did talk today. How were you doing yesterday, and how do you feel about living?
Mara?
We'll say this is in reference to a thing that I regularly do. This is not a normal nomination, and Clocktower, in case anyone is confused. I am doing well. I don't mind dying today. And yesterday, I was also fine.
It'll take 6 votes to put Mara Joy on the block today.
I will say I prefer to die to a virgin if possible. If there's not one, this is fine.
5 is not enough. Marjorie is safe from
Interesting.
execution for the day.
Sorry, you get to
Mike.
live.
Mike nominates Amber.
Mike nominates Amber. Tell us why.
Mostly spite, standing up for Mara. Amber, how are you?
Hi, Mike. I'm doing wonderfully. I think you're the demon.
That's okay. You can kill me.
Cool. 6 is the number.
I hate this world that I'm living in right now.
I don't even know what world you're living in, Tiffy.
Oh, Tiffy, it's so much
Clearly
worse
we're
than you
not
know
on
now.
Earth.
It's gotten strictly worse since we've talked.
2 is not enough.
I've gotten that from this conversation.
Quinn would like to nominate Jules.
Quinn nominates Jules. Tell us why.
I have heard of an info roll that has an evil ping on Jules, and anecdotally off of social reads that Jules might be a good kill here.
Jules?
Sure. I haven't heard about the evil ping. I'm like a mid townsfolk role, so do what you will.
Oh, I
6
know what you are there.
It's still the number.
No, I'm mid. Wait.
That Mike, don't sell yourself high.
Brian.
4 is not enough. Jules is safe for the day.
I would say low blow, Brian, but you kind
Becca
of say yourself up there,
nominates
Mike.
Mike. Tell us why.
I have heard of a fortune teller yes on Mike, and I think we should test it.
Oh.
Mike?
Yeah, kill me. It's fine.
6 is
I mean,
the number
no, wait,
we need.
no, don't do it. Please, I'm innocent. I am good though. So
We do learn a lot from killing Mike, I think.
Oh,
Potentially.
We do?
7 is the number, and Mike is
I mean,
now
we learned that Mike's
on the
dead.
block.
Tiffy nominates Eric.
Tiffy nominates Eric. Tell us why.
I trust Mike. I don't like that I trust Mike. I still want him dead, but because I trust Mike, therefore, Eric is super sus. He came into the conversation first thing. I'm sus. Yep. Yes, you are, my good friend.
Yep,
Yes,
but
you
you know
are.
what was sus? You know what was sus? The fact that I gave you 3 and then you just said I want to kill you and left the conversation without telling me anything.
I mean, the gong had rang.
Pertinent.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was told of an investigator ping between Eric and Jeffy. It is not my info.
Okay, it's not a drunk investigator.
What?
The investigator.
I think Eric's claiming recluse is what I think is happening.
Seven, 7 will tie 8 to put Eric on the block.
Then I would.
I'd rather we didn't kill a recluse.
Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah. Generally a waste.
3 not
Wait,
enough.
hold on.
Mike's still on the block.
That does.
Killing a recluse is a waste, but killing me is okay.
Yeah, Brian nominates Jeffy.
He was always fine.
Brian
Do we know
nominates
what
Tiffy.
Mike is?
No,
That's why Brian.
Has Jeffy been nominated? I was nominating Jeffy.
Jeffy, not Tiffy.
Jeffy's not been nominated, right?
No.
Okay, let's nominate Jeffy.
I have a hard
That's why.
claim from Mike. It shouldn't be a bad kill.
Allegedly, there's an investigator ping with Jeffy in it. Sounds like Eric is claiming recluse, but I'm going to guess that we got to share the recluse to hide the minion.
Jeffy?
Also, Jeffy's on double claim.
I mean, I'm fine to die. I'd rather die a little bit later, but whatever.
7 will tie, taking Mike off the block. 8 to put Jeffy instead.
Help. Save me.
This is
please.
win-win for me because if Mike doesn't get through, Mike still dies.
No, wait.
No,
actually,
sorry. I'm trying to vote. I'm trying to vote.
No!
I'm trying to vote, but my
6.
my
It's not
I tried
enough,
to vote,
Mike.
but instead I just took
Still on the
several
block.
spaces and my.
It's fine. We
I think
didn't tie.
I was trying.
that's fine though. It would have tied, Marjorie.
Yeah, we didn't tie, so we're good.
Yeah,
No, Mike.
Final call?
Oh, interesting.
Mike still dies.
Yeah.
Gonna bring this day to a close
I learned information about Mike after I voted for Mike.
in 3, 2.
And I wasn't going to let it tie. I was ready to
One.
vote myself.
Mike is executed and dies. Good night, everyone. Close your eyes.
Ooh, is the Scarlet Woman.
Which makes it not.
Okay. So unlike last game where we had to worry about like the Undertaker and stuff like that, Undertaker is actually not in play, but actually don't fully know what the evil team's bluffing as, right? I didn't really get a chance to hear what they're claiming. Chris made it seem like he was not going to take any of the bluffs. Jules might be going. I don't know. So here's what's happening, right? Tiffy pinged off the recluse, and then a supposed investigator also pinged off the recluse, which kind of confirms that he's a recluse. Except for the investigator is not a real ping. Somebody made that up. So it's interesting here. And the fact that it might have been made up by an evil player, which it probably was, is very interesting. And I think, if I'm right, Jeffy claimed Fortune Teller to Mike, and I really have to hear that conversation tomorrow. Yeah, there's a fake one. There's no real investigator in this game. Brittany will get to make a poison choice. Let's wake her and see who she wants to choose. Now that she should have talked with Chris, she should have seen the Grim, and she should be able to pick someone. So she picks Tiffy. She's gonna poison lock Tiffy, which makes sense. Amber, the monk, gets to protect someone. So the monk was a bluff last game, but the monk says each night choose a player, not yourself. They are safe from the demon tonight. So you can put a protection on somebody, and then the demon can't kill them. She protects Bryant. So Bryant, the mayor, is protected from our monk. At this point, we wake Chris the spy, and we show him the Grim. He can look at it and see who's making what choices update. He can see that the monk is protecting the mayor and all that good stuff. And then Jules gets to make a choice. Let's go talk to Jules.
I was once in a complete works of William Shakespeare abridged, but only for the Act 2. Only for the Act 2, because it was a continuation of a intermission that had lasted a year.
Okay, that's fun.
The role that I was both the king, the queen, and the ghost of the old dead king.
Hell yes.
Gertrude, Claudius, and Old Hamlet.
Looks like Jules isn't picking up. I don't know if they are stepped away or they're trying not to go into a conversation or they just didn't notice the ping. But I'll just get the ping from here. So does it protect the mayor stop it from bouncing? Absolutely. If the monk protects the mayor, then that stops. The mayor can't be affected by the demon at all. If the imp picks Bryant, will the kill bounce or sink? Tonight, it would sink because the monk would have blocked it from going off. The monk makes that player safe from the demon, so the mayor, it says if you die at night, another player might die instead. There's no way for the mayor to die if they're protected by the monk, so you can't move the mayor kill otherwise. But we can use this to talk about the mayor, right? The mayor has an ability that says, if only 3 players live and no execution occurs, your team wins. If you die at night, another player might die instead. So if Bryant was to die to the demon, we could then make the demon kill anyone else. But we cannot do that if the monk protects. I don't know what's going on with Jules.
If it was the king, you would have hesitated, because that's what you've been doing for the entire play.
Honestly, Hamlet is such... I love Shakespeare. Hamlet is such a whiny bitch, man.
This is one of the downsides of playing online, is like, in person, you wake someone up, they have to make eye contact with you. Oh, okay, we got Jules' pick. Online, sometimes this happens. Mara Joy. Got it. That's an interesting choice, right? So in this theoretical world, Jules knows the entire Grim, and Jules is choosing to kill a chef, which seems to me to indicate they're trying to hide the fact that it is a spy, right? You wouldn't kill a weak roll unless you... Oh my god. Okay. So you wouldn't kill a weak roll unless you were sure it was up, right? Here's the problem. Quinn the Empath is now going to get a 2 between Brittany the Poisoner and Jules the Imp. Maybe they're trying to sell a drunk. Absolutely possible. Or didn't talk to a spy. Both worlds are technically possible. Okay, Jeffy the Raven Keeper did not die, doesn't learn anything. Quinn the Empath is going to get a 2. I think it's reasonable to assume that the Empath getting a 2 is going to think that they're poisoned or drunk. Let's see. He gets a 2, and his response is, the fuck? If they're worried about the Empath being protected by the monk, couldn't you just kill the monk? My best reasoning is they are trying to hide that it's a spy game. Tiffy is poisoned, but we'll wake her and let her make a choice. Hey, Jules.
Hello.
Just thought I'd come check in on the demon and see like what your thought process is, what's going on in your mind, what's your game plan.
Yes, so this is a very silly thing I'm doing. So Chris is the spy, gave me the whole Grim, but I don't want people to know that he's the spy. There's actually quite a lot of powerful roles here. I'm killing Mara Joy because she seemed pretty it's a weird choice. The empath is going to get a 2, and I'm hoping they're gonna think that he's either poisoned or drunk, or just like, why would the demon do this? It's sort of just a confusion move. And I'm hoping some of the people claiming powerful townsfolk roles are gonna seem suspicious.
Okay.
I can now information will be mistrusted.
Is there a role you're pretending that I can try to back up?
I'm going to be the Slayer.
Slayer. All right. Love it.
Yeah. Although I guess, actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should go for Undertaker instead. But, let's see.
I mean, you got infinite possibilities at your fingertips, Jules.
I think I'm going to stay with Slayer. That's easy. I don't like keeping track of too much information.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Best of luck.
Bye.
All right. Tiffy has picked Bryant and Mara Joy. Bryant being the mayor and Mara Joy being dead. So we are going to tell Tiffy yes. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a swing for the fences, but like at the same time, you know, Quinn being the red herring will look super suspicious. An empath with a 2 could just be a false thing. So Tiffy is poisoned, so I can lie to her. So when she checks 2 people that are not the demon, I will say that one of them is the demon. It tells one of 2 things. 1, Bryant's the demon. 2, Mara Joy could have star passed, which we talked about being a demon that kills himself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if we star pass, it probably goes to Chris, right? That's everything. Let's wake him up. Tiffy says, damn it, I'm the drunk. She's going to think she's the drunk.
Okay, I am a person as well. Yeah.
Good morning, fellow space cadets. You know who did not wake up in their pod because it was deprived of oxygen last night? Mara Joy.
Oh, nice.
She died.
Great. I was a top 4. That's fine. Some much more powerful.
Hey, Tiffy. Tiffy, can we chat? Oh, no. I wanted to chat to Tiffy.
By Mike.
I am confirmed by Mike.
Okay, I didn't realize the way Mike was talking. I didn't think he confirmed either of you until he was messaging me afterwards. And I was like, "I'll cut," because the way you reacted, I went, "Oh, I think."
Slayer Ravenkeeper.
Perfect. Great. You're not my ping.
Okay.
This is okay. This is why I'm going to trust you. I do not believe that you star passed. Like.
Good. As in I didn't kill myself as the imp to pass it, so I never went.
I also don't believe that you're my red herring. I picked you and Bryant I'm the fortune teller. I picked you and Bryant last night, and I got a yes.
Yeah, I knew you was fortune teller because Mike messaged me saying I saw Tiffy and Jeffy as the fortune teller, and I'm like, wait, we trust we trust fell yesterday. I'm the chef with a 0.
Okay.
I think we can kill Bryant. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I am also fine. So
Oh.
I have a 2. I don't know if I'm drunk. I don't know if I'm poisoned. I hate 2s. But
What did you start the first night with?
I started with a 1. So Jules should die.
Yes.
100% should die.
Ooh.
But we should also keep an eye on Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joy and Mike are dead, and the empath ability passes through dead players. So I would currently be reading Jules and Brittany. And I got a 2, which means that in a world where I am sober, healthy, and receiving true information, Jules and Brittany are both evil.
Right. Because you would have read Jules both nights and your number went up.
Yes, exactly. And I got a 1 on the first night on Jules and Mara Joy.
All right. So I feel like we should kill Jules.
I feel like we should. I'll go talk to Mara Joy.
You're not the fortune teller, but that's okay. I know who the real fortune teller is, so.
No, I'm the fortune teller, Mike. Shush. Let me believe. Let me believe I have a role I actually like. If you do know
what your actual role is?
Yeah,
I do know the. Okay.
I'm the monk. I'm randomly shooting and hoping I find the fortune teller.
It'll minimize itself again.
Whoa. Wow, you learn something new every day.
Lots of education going around here.
Cool.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jules.
All right. Sorry, Steve, you just missed the end of that.
Sorry, Steve. Just missed you.
I'm
Sir
catching
Chill.
a lot of end of conversation.
Sir Chill. I am dead.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer. Yes, I am this handsome naturally.
No surgery.
No.
Is Tiffy an outsider?
No.
Okay. The reason I ask is it seemed like she was very supportive of you in town. So I'm assuming that either you're some kind of confirmation chain. So I thought maybe I'm looking for outsiders essentially, but
Well, Eric claimed one in town, right?
yeah, I'm trying to count. I'm an outsider, so I'm just trying to count to see if we have a Baron or not. So then I guess you're confirming her some other. I mean, just the way she stuck up for you in a way that's either you're on the evil team together or you have some connection. So I
don't think there's any harm in me saying this. I'm the watchwoman and saw her and confirmed her.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so wait.
So I will give you my information because though not a virgin claim, likelihood of you dying as evil night 2 is not great. I thought I was in a role swap pretending to be the fortune teller. But apparently the person that I talked to that told me fortune teller just thought I was evil because I told them that I was the Raven Keeper. So I'm still just really trying to die, preferably at night.
What
But
are you the Raven Keeper?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think the confusion is I understand what the confusion is between you and the fortune teller. I think it's fine. I think we've got a better kill than you anyway today, so
that works.
I wouldn't worry about it.
All right.
But it could be a spy game, and I could have been poisoned.
Yeah. Okay.
What an interesting day.
Welcome back to town, everyone, to the town hall meeting. I cannot legally say that there is an imposter among us, so we'll just say it is something legally distinct from imposter. I'll check with my lawyers. Anyhow, nominations are open whenever you're ready.
Tiffy nominates Jules.
It nominates Jules. Tell us why.
Empath 1.
Jules?
Well, they haven't told me about it, but, fair enough.
Okay. 5 votes is the magic number.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to talk to you today to ask if you were okay with this. I will not overvote this.
I thought we had a different person we were gonna.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Or,
Wait,
you know,
wait.
will
Six is
not
enough.
overvote it. She intentionally overvotes it.
I
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I was answering Mara Joy when I was
Yeah, I think that's
I
fine.
can't talk
Yeah,
in.
I think that's fine.
I can't talk.
Who was
about
the Who was the other one?
I'm
Brian.
gonna guess me. If it was if it was Empath 1.
Brian was the person I'd heard
so
a lot of. I heard a
Amber
lot of
was
people
the
talking
one.
about taking on Brian.
They always do. It's fine.
Oh, about him. Okay, I understand.
I had a very weird conversation with someone today.
Was
That
it
I
me?
think Jules is trying to get a word in.
Oh, sorry, Jules.
Oh.
Apologies.
I'll nominate Amber.
Nominates Amber. Tell us why.
Empath 1, not me. So you? Question mark?
Amber.
Yeah, I'm okay to die. I was looking for a virgin all of day one, and I think at this point there isn't one. So
Yeah.
Okay. 6 will tie. 7 to put Amber on the board.
Amber missed our virgin being nominated in A3 last game.
I did.
I don't
Oh,
think
I
Jules
forgot to
was
say your rune
evil.
check. Sorry, Jules.
2 is not enough, and Amber is safe from execution.
You said what, Tiffy?
I forgot to claim that it was a virgin check. That it's fine.
Oh.
I forgot to do a bit.
I really wanted to be virgin again. That would have been so funny.
Jules, did you say
alas,
you're like
no.
mid?
Yeah, I mean, I'll use my ability if I die today, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Brian, you're
Imp's a
muted.
mid demon. I was just saying that Imp it's a mid demon, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I meant more Baron, but you know.
I will nominate Brian, but I will say that I'm limited in terms of what I can do. But I heard this was up for town.
All right. Stellar accusation. Brian, how are you defending against that?
Nah, not today.
All right. 6 will tie.
Everyone
7.
looks at red for Chris.
Brittany, do you intend to vote on this?
Am I supposed to?
Because no, I'm just asking for my own reasons.
All right.
Aha,
7.
I see. Thank you, Chris.
I don't want to tie. I'm sorry.
It's not going to tie. Oh, it is. No,
What
it
was
wasn't.
that?
If everyone gets.
Oh wait, I'm okay though, right? Because
For
Yeah, you're fine.
it's not
Your
enough.
hand
Brian
was
is
up
safe
when
from
Brittany
execution.
okay.
The
Because
fact
the
we
hand
had
was dropped
every
after.
hand up on that other than mine and Quinn's makes me think that Jules is not good.
Well, okay, then in that
Yep,
case,
just-
Brian
because
is the red
everybody
herring then.
dropped, and so we couldn't even get 4 on that. I think we got 4.
Oh, we have
Final
we-
call
oh,
for
no,
nominations.
I mean, there was like 7 votes on me. That's weird. But
There
the
was
only
Tiffy
other
overvoted.
thing I have information on is just like the
There was 7?
weird
I thought there was
Jeffy
6.
voting
Oh,
thing
there was
yesterday.
only-
Yeah, there was only 6 votes.
Oh,
I
6.
thought.
Okay, 6. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, a Slayer can shoot me if I'm a red herring. Go for it.
Okay. Jules claims Slayer and shoots Amber.
Jules claims Slayer and shoots Amber. The game goes on. Thank you.
Or not. Whatever.
Right, now my demon can start after me.
I mean, if I'm gonna die anyway, yeah.
Bringing this day to a close.
Okay.
Is that was there a
3,
fortune teller yes on Brian?
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay.
2,
But not a Slayer
I'm
shot.
blue, and I'm dead.
1. Jules is executed and dies. And the game is now over. And congratulations goes to
No,
the
you-
good.
You kind of got screwed by the seating arrangement there, Jules. You'll see.
Well, you know,
You'll see why.
I actually know why. I did
yeah,
it to
you've got a spy.
myself.
Of course you do.
Probably have a spy.
So, sorry. Anyway, I'll let Steve do the.
Jules was indeed your imp who was executed on day 2, pushed out of the airlock. There goes our traitor. There goes our impasta. you guys are safe. You can go back into your cryo sleep because the demon has been dealt with. Jules was sat next to our empath, Quinn, who started the game with a 1. There's a very interesting moment when on the other side of the Grim, Brittany, our poisoner, had to pick a poison target and said, you know, you should always pick a person next to an evil in case there's like an empath or something, and then had to pick a choice and went for one next to the spy. She didn't know it was a spy at the time, and that was Bryant the mayor, leaving Quinn the empath and Tiffy the fortune teller, sober and healthy, surrounding the demon, which is a tough spot to be in for anyone. When Mike the washerwoman was executed, the demon Jules killed Mara Joy the chef and was really hoping to paint a world in which Quinn was the drunk. And that was backed up by your one outsider in the game, Eric the recluse, who pinged on pinged correctly there, and your other outsider, Becca the saint. And our third outsider, Chris the spy, who was the butler at the end.
I had the exact right evil team there. Sorry, everyone.
I was like, as soon as I saw Chris made that nomination, I was like, this evil team is just Jules.
Sorry, apologies if you haven't finished. I apologize.
Tiffy, you were not the drunk. You did ping off the recluse night 1, and then night 2 you were poisoned by the poisoner and got incorrect information. Amber the monk who protected the mayor, and Jeffy the raven keeper, who was the other half of Mike's washerwoman ping. Quinn was your red herring, except for Tiffy never checked Quinn.
That I'm a good red herring, definitely.
That was a domino rally of bad things for the evil team in that second day.
I who died in the day and the night.
I know you did.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I was ready to fall on the sword, but no one was nominating me.
I did that. Oh, that was my bad, Brittany. Well, I think that was my personal worst demon game, so thank you all for witnessing.
For the record, I don't think you had it all. You just kind of got
my role, and I got very confused. I went, that's a misplayed spy, is what that is.
You kind of just got thrown over by
me. That was totally me.
Honestly.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it was a very interesting game. Like, the last game we saw, it went really close. It went nail biter down to the final 3. But sometimes the game just swings the other way, and that's Clocktower for you, right? It's if the information goes against you, if the social reads are there. I mean, there was a really interesting interaction where Tiffy was convinced that Mike was evil, and Mike had a fortune teller ping on Tiffy, and then I went and watched that conversation, and they both hated the fact that they had to trust each other, and it was the best conversation.
It was so confusing on day 1 because Mike had told
that
me
they needed to trust the fortune teller as well.
Yeah,
because I would have really liked to paint a world where they were evil, but what can you do?
Wow.
But sometimes that's how the game goes, and that's fine. You have fun, you laugh it off, you put a new game together, and you move on. But I think for tonight, though, that was going to be the last one for this crossover event because it is getting kind of late. But I hope you guys and the viewers really had fun learning about Clocktower. If you really did, please subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. If you have like Twitch Prime, we'll take the subs, but just follow us because we play on this channel every Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific regularly. And then we have some special streams that come up, like for instance, thanks Shintax for the follow. You're amazing. We have like a bonus streams like this Thursday. There's a brand new Clocktower character releasing, and we'll be showcasing it this Thursday night, right after it drops.
It's an interesting one.
That's what I keep hearing. I don't know what it is. Griff, thanks for the subscribe on YouTube. Chris, go check out Chris on Noobs on a Gooftower. Not on Twitch, just on YouTube. But you can search them up, Noobs on a Gooftower. Give us your plug, Chris. What do you got for us?
We're normally like Tuesdays at noon, unless like this week we are. It just shifts around based on my work. Every week we have lots of fun people come and play.
Chris, who is very busy, he's on No Rules Barred, he's on Dropout, he's on NBC, he's on everything these days.
Shooting a fun Clocktower project tomorrow.
Ooh, that's tomorrow. Oh, good! I'm so excited. Yeah. Not that I can't. I mean, I don't know anything about it.
Now I want to.
We know something's going on, but we don't know what. That's interesting. So yeah, go follow Chris. Go follow us. Check out our Discord. !join in chat will get you the link. It's join.thegrim.gg. It actually dual works as both the Grim community, where we are just about 15. Did we hit 1,500 during the stream, guys? Did anyone check?
We're close, but no.
We're like 1490 something. So literally, if you guys in chat watching right now, go
Not in
join
the
our
server,
Discord.
go,
We'll cross
or I will
1,500
empath detect
live.
your evilness.
There you go, Gwen. Go do it. So we're
not a
grown.
threat, that's
We're
a
big.
promise.
We play games. You can come learn with us instead of just watching us, or you can just come stream with us or watch a stream. That's always fun too. But also, we have a Noobs on the Gooftower section for people that love Noobs on the Gooftower and want to have a community there. There's a whole section dedicated to that sort of content. So there's all kinds of stuff. Whether you're watching or playing or running scripts or anything, there's a lot for you to do. In fact, next week we are announcing the winners of our script competition. So we did our second script competition when we hit 1,000 members, and we had all of the people submit scripts for this competition using a single fabled character was our sort of
Nice.
design direction. And we have 3 winners, and we're going to be playing live on stream next week. You're going to want to see it, but we grew so fast that by the time we finished our 1,000 member contest, we hit 1,500 members. Can you believe it? Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well done.
I feel like that's an indictment of us, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
An indictment?
We're too damn famous.
We're very slow about doing our contests.
That's what I meant.
Got it.
Steve, thanks for having us.
Yep. We're going to sign off.
Steve.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Go ahead and sign your stream off. Everyone else, I had a good
Fun
night.
games, everybody.
Let's see if we can find someone to raid together. I'm gonna go out to end, run a ad, and then we'll see if we can find someone to raid. So come back next week or come see us on Thursday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.